What is going on, everybody? So I don't know if you can hear me or not. I'm trying this again. So we'll see how this works out. Sunday night. I'm not sure who's off or who's not off tomorrow. So let me know if you can hear me. If this sounds all right. You see, this game is from 1986. This is the old Meadowlands. So let's check it out.
The Dolphins and the Jets, the competitive AFC East, both playoff teams last year. Recently, they provided some spectacular results. They had it spinning in their last meeting last November. Final seconds, Orange Bowl, Miami. A Dan Marino to Mark Cooper pass. 50 yards and a dramatic 21-17 Miami win. That was 85. Today at Giant Stadium, they clash again. Though early, it's already
Call it the Meadowlands, but whatever.
And the usual sellout crowd of 76,000 at Giant Stadium. Perfect football weather, partly sunny and 72 degrees in this AFC East matchup, Miami and the Jets. Hello, everyone. Dick Enberg with Merlin Olsen. Welcome to East Rutherford, New Jersey. Both teams are 1-1. Third week of the season. Is that too strong a talk that it has playoff implications?
Dick, I don't think so, because if you want to get to those playoffs, you've got to win the games within your division. The Jets have already lost a game to New England here at home last week. They can't really figure to beat Miami in Miami. This game takes on very great and important proportions to them.
In fact, if New England should win today, the loser of this game will fall quickly 2 games back. Well, here in New York, the Jets' favorite material has been adhesive and gauze.
Lots of bandages here. Freeman McNeil, their ace running back for the Jets, out on injured reserve with a hyperextended elbow. That really hurts him, because you know that the way you want to beat Miami is to run the football. Puts a lot of pressure on Johnny Hector today.
And the defensive backfield for the Jets decimated. Do they have 4 healthy players there?
Well, yes, but just barely.
The wind blows the ball off the tee. Pat Leahy will kick it off. Lorenzo Hampton and the rookie James Pruitt. Pruitt had a
man, I like those old school uniforms, man. Like that old helmet. I like all this old stuff.
Again, Leahy, although the wind
What's up, Jose? Hope you guys can hear me. Hope the sound's all right. I suck at this kind of stuff.
Gusting strongly enough to knock it off the tee, and this one gets it going toward the sidelines and out of bounds. So Leahy will kick it again from the 30-yard line. He has done most everything right of late. In fact, he has not missed a field goal since that Miami game in the Orange Bowl last year. He's 14 for the last 14.
1986. Crazy.
Kind of hard for both these teams to get it started today. These are 2 teams that know each other extremely well.
Completely agree. 1,000 agree.
Know each other well. These 2 teams playing twice.
It's the 51-45 game, man.
Out there today. They know what to expect from one another, and I think that helps the level of competition. No,
I was not at this game. I wish I was.
Although, wouldn't you think that Shula is expecting that Walton will have some defensive surprises in that he has to protect that wounded back?
There's some all-time Jet greats on this team. You can see, I mean, some of the players that are on this team are just legends.
And you know that Carson is capable of coming with some interesting derivations to his defense.
Leahy tries it again down the middle, floats it by Davenport. It goes to Hampton at the 15. Lorenzo Hampton is down at the 29. Bobby Humphrey,
Dan Marino, a Jets nemesis over the years.
And the offense of the Dolphins, Lorenzo Hampton and Woody Bennett. Bennett, who was out for
I remember their offense was really, really good. Duper and Clayton.
He starts today. The Mark brothers, Duper and Clayton, are on the outside. Bruce Hardy, the tight end. The offensive line for Miami reads Cleveland Green, Roy Foster, the All-Pro.
Remember Dwight Stevenson always said how Joe Klecko was one of the toughest guys he faced.
The former Packer at right tackle. First down, 29-yard line. Yep, Marino throws on the first play of the game, and he's got a completion to Duper at the 42-yard line.
You got Lance Mell. Lance Mell, excellent linebacker. You got Kyle Clifton at linebacker.
Defensively, Barry Bennett, Joe Klecko, and Mark Gastineau, the front 3. The linebackers, Jackson, Clifton, Mell, and Crable. And then the question marks. Jerry Holmes, starting for the first game, was away in the USFL for a couple of years. Russell Carter at the other corner. Lester Lyles for Harry Hamilton at strong safety. Johnny Lynn, he's nicked in a couple spots. Wrist and ankle at safety. Second play, second pass, Marino. Wide open Clayton.
This is when Marino was just, I mean, you saw his quick release, his arm. Marino was just so good.
To find his marks. First Duper and then Clayton.
Working on those cornerbacks. The Jets like to play man-to-man on the corners. Last week, New England chopped them up with Stanley Morgan to the outside, and Marino starts out right here. You've got to respect the speed of those two outside receivers, and when you give them that kind of cushion, they'll just stop. And
that's a good question, man. I have to go look. I honestly don't even know. Maybe Dick Steinberg? I don't even know, man. That's old. I have no idea.
Time to Hampton for only a couple. Lance Mel and Mark Gastineau collaborated. Well, we're going to see throughout the course of this game one of those ideal matchups in football. You've got an all-pro center, many regard as the best in the game today.
What's up, Avram?
And many would vote for Joe Flacco as the best nose tackle in the NFL. And they're matched, well, face bar to face bar throughout the course of this afternoon. There's a nose-to-nose confrontation.
It's crazy because this is the Meadowlands. You see, they didn't have the green banners on the thing for the Jets. It's still the blue in the background. So bad.
Flags all over this field. And is it complete or was he out of bounds?
What's up, Marcus? How you doing, man? Doing good.
If it counts, and a 16-yard
it's a shame Dan Marino never won a Super Bowl. Hey, I hate the Dolphins, so it doesn't bother me one bit.
That early usually against offense. Motion. Miami.
I mean, Marino was an all-time great, man. He was very, very, very good.
And white, Pat Haggerty, the referee, and his crew, including the replay official, Tony Viteri, longtime veteran.
Illegal motion, number 68, offense, still second down.
Bud Carson started defensively with a three-man alignment, a 3-4, something they have not done this year. And I think, again, trying to get more of those linebackers in to assist in the secondary. He came in later with the 4-3, and I'm sure they'll mix it up on the day.
Don Shula sends in an extra wide receiver with Duper and Clayton, joined by the veteran Nat Moore, the old-time Dolphin receiver. Moore is far left. It's Moore in motion, a little mix-up in the backfield, and Hampton caught by Gastineau.
Look at Gastineau against the run.
By half the Jets defense, way back at the Miami 45.
And everybody said Gastineau's never good against the run. He's only good against the pass.
They'll allow progress back at the Jets 45. They don't count the final 10 yards.
Looking down from high up in the end zone. It's a little.
I thought Kenny O'Brien. I mean, I don't remember a lot of this stuff, man. I was so young, but Kenny O'Brien put up some great numbers. His offensive line let him down, dude. I thought he was, you know, everybody said the Jets could have got Marino instead of him, but I mean, I thought Kenny O'Brien was pretty good, dude. Again, I don't remember a lot. It's like watching these games. It's cool. This game is just ridiculous, though. This game is an all-time, just wild one.
Third down, call it a long 19. Marino out of the shotgun for the first time.
Marcus, that's cool as hell, man. Send us your email, dude, or email us at talkjetsradio gmail.com. I'll send you some stuff, man. That's so cool. Thank you. Definitely email us, man. I'll send you some t-shirts. The knockout was crazy, dude.
Well, after a couple of quick successes in the air,
big blow for Johnny Walker.
Jet defense stiffened.
Listen to that crowd at the Meadowlands.
Work defensive secondary in the right spots to shut it off.
Reggie Roby, the biggest punter in the National Football League, 243-pounder out of the University of Iowa, and he just sledgehammered.
He took some beatings, man, from what I remember, and he kept getting back up and throwing.
In the first two games of this year. Also, as you saw, some problems on returns. Kurt Sohn, 7.5, his average on 4 returns, is back at the 10. Very high. Look at the Dolphins swarming around Sohn, who fair catches at the 11-yard line. 34-yard return. Bobby Humphrey, hoping he'll get a chance to take one a long way back.
I'd like to hear Afram's answer on this. where you rank O'Brien. You figure everybody's been named as one. Other than that, over the years, man, it's like, what other, O'Brien, Richard Todd, you got what?
They're so fussy about those shoes, so that's a little unusual.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot. There's a lot of. I think O'Brien's he's going to be up there, man.
Dennis Blyton opens with Johnny Hector in the backfield behind Ken O'Brien, and that's Rocky Cleaver.
What's up, Darren? How you doing, man?
Not much there at all for Blyton, a couple of yards. First,
You're absolutely right.
Scores in the National Football League.
Tons of injuries.
No scoring yet as those games are underway. Denver gets a safety early at Philadelphia, and Indianapolis with a quick score against the Rams.
Sure, Jets didn't have a lot of guys that played 10, 13, 12 years as a quarterback. It was always, they always kept recycling guys.
Cleaver came all the way inside to crack on the nose.
You look at recently, Chad had his little run. You had the Favre experience. Testaverde had a run, but there's nothing.
Dancing into the secondary and dropped it to 22. First down.
I mean, Vinny had an all-time great year, '98. But
New York lines up offensively this way. O'Brien, part of that great class of
Altoon, Wesley Walker, Mickey Schuller. Look at that. Two great receivers and a good tight end. Well, last time the Jets had that.
They love him here. You'll hear a lot of
my kangaroo is here on a Sunday night.
The speedster veteran Wesley Walker, tight end Mickey Schuller.
Yeah, this is when they let you play here, man. You could play physical as hell against the receivers.
Banker, Fields, Alexander, and McElroy.
Joe Fields.
Same names as late last year, but they're in different positions, three of them. Hector again over the top to the 25, a gain of 3. Fields at center, and Alexander was playing with a bad back at right guard in the same spots, but Sweeney, Banker, and McElroy moved around. The Miami Dolphins defense has a couple of rookies. One, T.J. Turner from Houston, Bob Baumhauer, the All-Pro, back at nose tackle, and Little, the other wide man.
That's true.
Brzezinski,
very true.
John Offerdahl,
Jim Kelly and Dan Marino.
Michigan. They're really high on that rookie, and Hugh Green, the All-Pro. Langford, Judson, Blackwood, and Brown in the backfield. Dennis Blyton for 5 out to the 30-yard line.
Sam, I assure you, I will never watch one of your games. That'll be a stream primetime and do by himself. Never happening from me, ever.
Just watching
not even your rookie debut
down there. We talked about his back injury. Number 60, right in the middle of your screen. Boy, I tell you, he has tried to make his blocks. You saw him throwing down at TJ on that play, but he is having problems in there. Alexander will probably go as long as he can, but that may not be too long.
3rd and 2, 4 plays, 4 rushes for the Jets. And they
another running play
to Hector, a little misdirection, and Hector has a first down at the 33, almost the 34.
What's up, Peter? How you doing, man?
Now the Jets, a couple of first downs to get out of the hole.
Jets are trying to keep Marino off the field.
John Offendahl, and they
for now,
are
at
so
least.
Excited about him. He is one of the very quiet, very unassuming young men. Got away with a little.
Very, very true. Nice to hear the Jet chant in the background. The Jets always had great centers, man. Mawai, Fields, Mangold.
On the sideline, and he is an impact player.
You just want me to be angry, dude. You want me to just yell. The Knicks piss me off to no end right now. I don't want to watch them anymore.
O'Brien's first throw.
Gets killed.
No one open, and he has to eat it back at the 25.
Held on to that forever.
And if there's one thing that I'd like to see O'Brien do, it's to learn how to unload that football. You've heard a lot about it. We've heard a lot about the sacks, and I'm sure O'Brien is tired of hearing about the sacks.
What do you do with Robbie Anderson? You want to pay him $16 million this year, $15 million this year, and trade for him? Hard pass on that.
There's no one open.
I think he's got a. They can get a contract this year, I think. So they may just probably roll out with
in football, as opposed to O'Brien being the most
a fake Knicks fan. You're right.
Credit Hugh Green with the sack on 2nd and 13.
Throw it.
O'Brien dumps it off, has a man. It's the tight end, Cleaver. Rocky Cleaver from the University of Montana gets 11 before Brzezinski can tackle.
That's a really good question, because I'm sitting here looking at him right now. I forgot all about him. This is my fault.
Had it been stretched out a little bit over the top, I think they would have had the first down. Brzezinski
trading for Robbie Anderson is crazy, man. You can't do that.
Tackle, at least for the first down. Watch him right here. Had to stop for that ball. If he could have picked it up on the run, kept his momentum.
I mean, I think it's still early to talk draft, but I still think they're going to go offensive lineman, man. I don't think he's falling either. I don't think those pass rushers are falling.
Also,
I think that's all
an
smoke
all-pro
screens right now.
against Joe Fields.
It's gonna be,
the
got,
highly
what,
regarded
3
center
more
of the
months,
Jets.
2 more months of that
Bauer putting
nonsense?
pressure on O'Brien, third down and a short 2, and it's going to be
I was trying to
close
focus
as
on
Hector
my New Jersey
Hines
Generals
heads
draft
forward.
stuff. They had no
George
information out there.
Little, 99, defensive right end from Iowa.
He's going to be short, Dick. They didn't get up to that marker on that play. You talk about Baumhauer. Baumhauer still coming back from knee problems.
You know what's funny, Bubs, is it was funny. His first year down there, he played really good. Then last year, everybody's making fun of him because he was just disinterested, dropping passes. He was a mess, man.
He is
So,
not back
but
to
you
full
can't,
speed at
that
this time.
price tag, you can't trade for him, dude. No way. I think even Afton was talking about the contract.
And of course, Alabama, another theme for Don Shula. Practice yesterday. He interrupted practice several
Combine
times.
Streams?
Get me that Alabama score.
What do you want us to do? Recap like the way they run?
The Tide. And they were
we could do recaps, I guess.
21-7.
A lot of Florida players on that team. There might have been a few friendly wagers on that game as well.
I think we're all excited, man. All excited about spring free agency on.
Dave Jennings averaging 37.6.
Dave Jennings. He punted for the Giants at one point.
Excellent contrast in Jennings and Roby. Jennings with a net average that is not too spectacular, but with a net average that's much better than his gross average. Kicks the ball with great control, good hang time. They don't get much on the returns.
Nat Moore, as you saw, deep at the 13.
Slow start for a game that ends up being 51-45.
Beautiful spiral. Moore, fair catch at the 9-yard line. An excellent kick by the veteran Dave Jennings.
Speaking about Hall of Fame, man, what about Klecko? He's all pro at 3 different positions. Klecko's a crime at this point.
13th NFL year. You'll never get more contrasting stuff.
Allen Robinson's interesting, man. But what kind of contract does he want? Does he want a 1-year prove-it deal? Does he want what kind of money does he want? How many years does he want? I'm an Allen Robinson fan, though.
Look how high he starts his drive. A violent kicking action, and yet Roby's foot, his plant foot stays on the ground. Jennings is up in the air to finish it. That's interesting.
Let's take another look at that. Out of the backfield, Hampton, incomplete. That last punt by Jennings was good for 48 yards to put Miami inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, he was.
And before we go to the kickers, we're just a short punt away from NFL 86.
Dick, here's the opening kickoff in Philadelphia. Junior Tatalatasi bringing it back for the Eagles. Ken Woodard hits him for the Broncos. Mike Harden comes up. The ball squirts free. The Broncos can't recover it. Otherwise, it would have been 1st and goal to go. Instead, it squirts out of the end zone for safety.
Score.
Later, they add a field goal and lead 5-0.
Altoon is so good. Him and Wesley Walker were so good.
Very timely. We talked about the Denver defense in NFL 86, and already they've produced, in essence, 5 points against the Eagles. Hampton corralled after a game.
Only question about that, Peter, is if Allen Robinson's going to go to a 1-year deal, he'd probably want to go to a high-flying offense to really pad his stats. Is he going to do that with the Jets? Probably not. He'd want to go to like a really good offense because he's been stuck with the Bears putting up bad numbers.
Pittsburgh has tied the Vikings at 7. No score in Detroit.
I just like that logo in the end zone, man. That's just...
3rd down. Between 5 and 6 yards for the first down. 6 defensive backs in against Marino. Incomplete. And the reason it was pressure by Gastineau and Lyons on Marino. And Gastineau trying to get the crowd going. Gastineau.
What's up, Alex?
And they're going to kick out of Reggie Roby. Will start in his own end zone to kick this one away. Should give the Jets good field position.
Once again, now Roby uses that real high release of the ball, and then he locks the plant foot down. Most kickers will let that plant foot leave the ground. He just lets him. Sown at the
Listen to the crowd, man. That's like, it's just crazy.
Kurt Sown to the Miami 23.
What a great play by Sown. Wow.
36-yard punt by Roby, and Sohn takes it back 27, and the Jets are in scoring position. Roby may want to give Jennings his shoe back after that punt.
He might at that. Watch this great play. Sohn catches the ball under pressure. Gets away from Mike Smith, 25 there. Away from the tight end coming down. And then just breaks his way up the sideline. And that's such a heady play, an experienced play, knowing when you can catch the ball in traffic and do something with it to help your team get that field position.
It's true, man.
Really
Technology is wild these days.
Sohn back and productive. They thought he'd never play again after that severe knee injury.
Roby, the punter, made the tackle just 9 yards past the line of scrimmage for the punt. From the 23, Cleaver in motion. Hector. Johnny Hector from Texas A&M down close to the 15-yard line before offered.
You think about it, too. The Jets have had so many good running backs over the years. Man, Hector, McNeil. I mean, they've had a lot of good backs.
All right, Dick, a moment ago in Foxborough, Rich
Curtis
Camarillo,
Martin.
punt for the Patriots. The Seahawks,
Even like guys
carry
like Thomas
Justin
Jones.
blocks it. They take over at the 13-yard line, and at the next
Johnny Johnson.
play, Kurt Warner scores, and the Seahawks have a 7-0 lead in the first at New England.
Well, that's an interesting matchup. Seattle and New England both unbeaten. And Seattle uses the defense to score. O'Brien looking for 6 underneath. Incomplete to Blygen. He looked long first to Walker in the end zone and then tried to throw underneath.
O'Brien, very disciplined in his move from receiver to
Unless they
receiver.
cut him, man.
Very careful. They have
I mean,
structured. You see the look deep.
You can't trade
Right
for him.
back there when the deep pass
Even
is
then,
not
it's like,
open.
what kind of money does he want in free agency? He's coming off a really bad year.
Gathered in by Dennis Blygen, who has developed into a very fine
That's definitely next
receiver.
what we're going to do, man. Probably do that during the week one night.
Show you that skill on that particular catch.
That's next. We did the Packers one a couple days ago.
O'Brien, who had
Matt Forte is another good running back they had. Even LaDainian Tomlinson at the tail end of his career, he was good. Jets had a lot of good running backs. Lamont Jordan, Sean Green. I mean, there's a lot of guys out there. Oh, my goodness.
Fortunate for the Jets, that was not
Terrible.
intercepted on the ricochet. Al Toon was the intended target. Here comes Pat Leahy as the Jets look for his 15th consecutive field goal.
You'd almost like to see a stat that says passes dropped, because it's so unfortunate to credit the quarterback with an incomplete pass in a situation like that where Al Toon had the ball in his hands and should have made the catch for a first down.
And Al Toon dropped.
32-yard field goal attempt out of Pat Ryan's hold. Guy Bingham to snap. Veteran Leahy's been outstanding. He's really hitting him, and he's got another.
Another good, like, all-time kicker.
Record 23, Mark Mosley. Now the Jets have scored first. Ken O'Brien wanted 7, but New York settles for 3.
It's crazy that this game is so...
Kurt Sohn's 27-yard punt return, setting up the Jets field goal by Leahy from 32, with 4 minutes, 29 seconds remaining in the first quarter here at Giants Stadium.
Fadakasi's an interesting one, man, because he's a free agent. Are you willing to pay him $8-9 million a year? What do you do at Rankins? They got a lot of tough choices to make there. You know, that's you got a lot of money invest in the offense in defensive line with Quinnen Williams, Carl Lawson, John Franklin Myers. A lot of money to be spent, man.
Now we talked about Klecko and Stevenson in that matchup, and when they talk about Stevenson, the center for Miami,
I'm
they
down
all
for that.
say he's got great hands.
Definitely down for that.
Talked about defensive players. Well, it used to be that the defensive players had their hands as perhaps their only advantage, but now allowing the offensive players to use their hands. And in particular,
I don't think Sanchez was a bust. I think the Jets failed him as much as he failed, man. I think that they both didn't do well. The Jets did him no favors towards the end either, man.
A man, he has to snap the ball and still gets those hands up that quickly. If you get a
And he won
chance
4
to
playoff
see
games.
how quick he makes that transition. He'd be a magician. Marino, plenty of time to find Mark Cooper, and he's out of bounds at the 45 of New York. Johnny Lynn made the bump.
Ten-minute ticker.
10-minute ticker, bringing you up to date on all the early games around the National Football League.
We talk about quick hands for the center, Dwight Stevenson.
I can't wait to hang out with Jose
As quick as any you'll see.
and go out to Seattle. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking at both those things.
Super to the left, Clayton near side. Woody Bennett.
I mean, a real bust. Gino didn't do well, but real bust is like a guy like Hackenberg, man.
Wide open again is Duper. And he's
You draft the guy in the second round, doesn't even take a snap.
Johnny Lynn makes the tackle. Duper has 21 more yards.
Even the thing with Sanchez too, the whole Tebow nonsense. I mean, you get rid of, you bring in like guys like Derek Mason. I mean, it was just
his thighs and hips. Great power in those legs. Boy, does he have speed. You see him there just looping, getting away, and Marino with a wonderful sense of vision. Boy, he sees what's happening downfield, and when a receiver gets open, that ball is on its way.
Duper at 5'9", was a high school basketball center, can dunk with either hand. Marino already 76 yards, and this will be his 8th pass, his 1,500th career pass.
the whole Tebow thing was a fiasco, man. It was a publicity stunt. Made no sense.
10, first and goal, Miami.
This is kind of improv, Carlos. I was just sitting here like I'm off tomorrow, so I'm like, let's watch some old Jet stuff.
1,500th pass, you need that many attempts to qualify.
Sanchez did all kinds of stuff,
and
man.
the top-rated passer in NFL history, Joe Montana. Roger Staubach, a distant third.
Yeah, and the Dolphins do such a great job of getting the good isolation. They're trying to get the back isolated on Lance Mel here.
Marino's release was quick, though.
And Mel, who's working on a couple of bad ankles, simply no match for the speed of number 27, Lorenzo Hampton. They're down in scoring position.
13 more yards on the last toss.
There's rumors that Robbie said he'd like to come back if he gets cut. That was the whole rumor with Robbie Anderson.
Marino over the middle. Duper, he wanted interference from Lynn.
I mean, it's so funny that the Panthers are a mess, man. Matt Rule's he's got a mess down there right now. He's got to be on the hot seat. Firing coordinators, making mistakes with quarterbacks, all kinds of crazy nonsense.
They like Howard. In fact, Bud Carson very confident that he is.
The Jerry Jeudy stuff's interesting too.
When you've been out for a while, wandered around.
I mean, there's so many different. It's like everybody's throwing rumors out all over the place, man. The Jets definitely need receiving help though, especially if you get rid of Cole, Crowder, Mims. You don't re-sign Berrios. Need a lot of help.
Third wide receiver. He's lined up tight on the right side. Inside handoff to Hampton, did not fool the Jets. He's to the 6-yard line. Marty Lyons. What does he look in great shape? Lyons, the former #1 pick out of Alabama.
The Jets radio broadcaster.
Jets have been giving up yardage against the running game this year. Very tough last year. 3rd best in the NFL. One of the reasons is because of the good techniques.
Because the Broncos they have a lot of money, and they've already paid a lot of receivers already. They already paid Sutton and Patrick. There's only so much money to go around. I think they want to make a run at the quarterback too.
4 wide receivers, James Pruitt and Clayton on the far side, Moore and Duper on the near side. Jets
are offsides.
3rd and goal. Inside to Pruitt, and the rookie has a touchdown.
The sack exchange, man. The sack exchange.
He was in the
Klecko, Gastineau, Lions, Abdul Salam.
Out to San Diego and then dropped 2 passes in that game, one of them for a touchdown. Came back last week with a big catch and a couple of big punt returns.
Do you honestly think the Broncos want Mims if they're going to get rid of him? I don't think so, man.
Making the catch, but then able to stretch that long body out and stick that ball across the goal line. That'll endear him to Coach Don Shula.
4th round draft pick out of Cal State Fullerton. Reve's extra point try is there.
The Robbie Anderson things are interesting, but I think it's just.
They march quickly downfield using the Marino.
I mean, isn't he playing for his college coach? I mean, he got the money he wanted. He got everything. It's just didn't work out. Now he wants to come back to a coaching staff he doesn't know and a quarterback he doesn't know.
Don Shula has a cleanup hitter in that man, Marino. He produces 41 of 44 games, at least.
I think Afram, didn't Marty Lyons do all the dirty work for the sack exchange? He to free those guys up a lot of the times.
I want to know what was working, what wasn't working.
Reve's picks off Bobby Humphrey deep for the Jets, but it sails to the far side. Michael Harper, former Southern California running back. Harper does not get to the 20, down at the 17. Crash Jensen. Jim Jensen, the backup quarterback on the special teams. Let's go to NFL 86.
Dick, that orange crush defense that Ahmad talked about on the pregame show strikes again.
Randall
in Philadelphia,
Cunningham?
Randall Cunningham to the air.
No
picked off by
way.
Mike Harden. 30 yards later, he's in the end zone. And Denver leads at the vet 12-0 over the Eagles.
That Ahmad Rashad was right on with
That's
that Denver
wild.
defense. Maybe he should pick the games instead of McGuire.
One thing, you win with good defense. You start that march to the championship. The Broncos know that.
O'Brien, the throw, has time and hits Rocky Kleber over the middle. Tight end is out to the 28-yard line. 11 yards and a first down. Kleber, who started today with only one catch in the first two games, has two already.
Double down on defense in the first round. Oh man, it depends what happens in free agency. I mean, it depends on what happens in free agency. I still think they're going to go offensive line at number 4.
Play broke Kleber up inside. They haven't been able to get the ball as often as they'd like to their other big tight end, Mickey Schuler. Schuler not on the same track as he was last year.
Big hole for Blyton, and he rumbles to the 38-yard line. Dennis Blyton, the all-time St. John's scorer and rusher in the first.
I've never even heard of Dennis Blyton before.
Let's go down into the pit and watch Joe Fields working on number 73, Bob Baumhauer. Look at him as he takes him to the outside and drops on his legs, opening the way for Blyton. That's the kind of play, that's an overcommitment by Baumhauer. That's the kind of thing he's got to work himself back out of as he gets into shape.
A little over 10 yards on the carry. Kleber again in motion, and then comes in to block on Baumhauer. Ooh, my.
Jets just run.
Making the hit. A yard gain at best.
Man, they give a lot of score updates. Holy shit.
Scoring. There's 2 unbeaten teams down in Dallas. And the Falcons, certainly one of the surprises of this young season. Denver's defense has them a dozen. 7-7, New England comes back in the second at Foxborough. 7-7, the Rams have tied it at Indy. 14-7, Minnesota over Pittsburgh in the first, and Tampa Bay leads in Detroit. Hector ducking through a hole, and Johnny Hector to the 47-yard line. Good gain for Hector of 7 yards.
It seems like it's every 5 minutes, these things.
From his linebacking position on that last
Would you give Carolina number 10 back in a few?
Watch him, number 56. Look how he reads it quickly, shoots inside.
Nah, I wouldn't give up that much for any player right now.
Right there. That's Tony
you can't,
Page.
man.
Knocks him on his back. A little too aggressive.
You want to give up that number 10 pick and other draft picks for one player? This team's got a lot of needs, man. I couldn't do that.
Physical nature of that young rookie.
We need Joe Douglas to have a draft like he had last year.
The number 2 draft pick. The Dolphins, and already calling defensive signals for Shula as a rookie. And that is the end of the first quarter here at Giants Stadium, with the Dolphins leading 7-3.
It's crazy how his score is so low. The Jets' offense is kind of stagnant.
Walton's only win last year against Miami here at Giants Stadium. His dad, Tiger, was a player in the NFL going way back and a coach for the Steelers. And his son,
Joe Walton,
nicknamed him Tiger as a junior high school quarterback. Both head coaches have young sons who are quarterbacks. One in college, Mike Shula, and Joe Walton said his is 14. He's already 6 feet 2 inches tall as a quarterback.
I think we all like the logo.
Jets with a good drive. Look at 3rd and 1.5. Have a man open. Hector, first down. Miami 43. Hugh Green ran him out of bounds. It's been a good march for the Jets. Let's look at the statistics, Merlin.
Time of possession favoring the Jets in both games last year. A big edge for the Jets in that department.
20 passing yards.
As you might expect with their success.
I don't think Gesicki's a good blocking tight end, though, is he?
They have not done much.
That's the thing. You got a well-rounded guy. You got to have a tight end that blocks well and can catch well. You need a. I mean, I wouldn't go. I'd get a guy in free agency and the draft. Get both.
It's like unlocking the candy store to give Marino a chance to shoot those bullets against such a wounded.
Tight end position is a huge need for the Jets.
Let's drop this note in that the telecast is presented by authority of the National Football League, intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the New York Jets and the National Football League is prohibited.
They'll get the lockout resolved. Don't worry about it. It's just about money.
Looking for a brief moment at Reggie McElroy, right tackle now, used to be on the left-hand side. They're very pleased at the results. They're moving that young man from the left side to the right side.
Apparently, they were having trouble with the 30-second clock. That was the reason for the delay. In fact, the 10-second clock for 30 seconds. Now it's 30. It was a 10.
Completely agree with that. Absolutely. Offensive line's got to be a priority. This is a bold take, Carlos. I'd like to hear Afram's thought on that. Your all-time O'Brien's your starting guy? Oof. That's a bold take right there.
I guess at 14 they decided that's where the time was. Wesley Walker in motion to the inside. First down play and the give to Hector. Hector making a little out of a tough situation. Jackie Schiff had him shut off along with Brodzinski. Offerdahl finished the tackle. And Hugh Green is.
We all are, man. We're all waiting on the process.
The field, holding his right thigh.
Hopefully it's hit the right direction.
Yeah. Knee. Oof. That's something you don't want to see. Certainly the most physical of those linebackers, perhaps with the exception of Offerdahl, quickly out to look at him.
He appeared to be all by himself out there, Merlin.
Like Dick, one of the things that this turf does, it tends to grab your feet, and occasionally you can get hurt just driving on your own.
We'll check on the welfare of Hugh Green when we return. Well, here at Giants Stadium, the concern is for number 55,
how many franchise quarterbacks have the Jets actually had in the history of their franchise? Like legitimate franchise quarterbacks.
They have Hugh Green now. This time last year, he was at Tampa Bay.
That's kind of the history of the organization right there.
For long. The stretcher used to take him off. It appeared that
Testaverde in '98 was incredible.
And just caught
Chad Pennington before the injuries was very good.
On this AstroTurf, and down he went.
Sometimes the traction is just too good on the AstroTurf fields or the artificial turf fields, and whereas a grass field is forgiving, your cleats will tend to twist in the grass and relieve the pressure. Occasionally on a turf like this, the cleats lock up and you can't get them loose, and you literally tear that knee apart or injure the leg with the weight of your own body and the force of a quick move to the inside or the outside. That may well be what happened to Hugh Green on this play.
It was totally away from the play, and of course our cameras were all focused on the ball as it came to the right side. Much like Kyle Clifton, he turned his knee, the Jets linebacker against New England. Their last game, Al Toon on an end around, gets to the 40-yard line, a gain of 2 for the wide receiver from Wisconsin. 14 minutes left in the half. Here's NFL 86.
Another
Dick,
update?
Check out this play in Philadelphia. The punter is John Telchik of the Eagles. Now, it's a fake, but he throws it up in the air to make it appear to be a punt. The Denver players peeling back don't realize it. The call is illegal contact by Gerald Wilhite, not pass interference. 5-yard penalty, gave the Eagles a first down. Confused?
What was that?
That's a buddy trick.
3rd down and 7 for the Jets. O'Brien. Tatum.
Fumbled.
Did they get it in bounds? No, out of bounds, and it remains in the possession of the Jets as Al Toon has the first down at the Miami 25.
What a great target he is.
Imagine Chad in like an offense like the LaFleur offense. That'd be interesting.
Receivers downfield. Let's go ahead and see what kind of time he has to throw. Doug Better, 75, trying to break that pocket on the inside. But O'Brien with time to throw gets that into the hands of Toon. Look at that ball. Kicked out of bounds, unfortunately.
Yes, Offerdahl, actually his foot unintentionally knocked it out of bounds, and that was a break for the Jets.
Defensive player must control that football.
Of course, I've heard of Tool. I've seen him like 3 times. Tool's phenomenal, man. Lead singer's crazy as shit, though. He doesn't talk all. They just sing all the time. Look at this.
It was Rocky Cleaver that capped
Rocky Cleaver again?
That O'Brien put together in Miami last year that put them ahead with seconds left to go, only to watch Marino and Duper
threw that linebacker.
But here's Cleaver again, fighting for that extra. Look at that.
Tight
2
ends.
guys, and they still couldn't put him down.
With the whole Miami secondary to drag him down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. As Cleaver was tight ends, special teams, emergency quarterback, he and Jim Jensen. The common denominator.
I think so. The two most versatile players.
What's up, man? I'm doing good. I'm off tomorrow, which is a good. Hopefully, you guys are all off tomorrow and get a day to relax.
Second quarter. 4 shots from the 4. O'Brien will pass on first down. Going open.
Man, he really loads up his arm when he drops back.
A very late flag. And Rocky Cleaver pointing it out, saying that Mike Kozlowski had interfered with him.
Defensive pass interference in the end zone.
Well, that penalty will take it to the 1-yard line. First and goal.
Rocky Cleaver here in isolation. And watch Kozlowski, number 40, coming right from the left-hand side of your picture. And he's going to make the contact before the ball is thrown. Look at that. No question about it.
Good call.
The ball actually thrown late, but that is further downfield than 5 yards. It's illegal contact.
Now they mark it at the 1-yard line, and with it a first down on the interference call. Don Shula preaches no penalties. In this case, Kozlowski figured that if he didn't hit the wide receiver or the tight end Cleaver, it would have been a touchdown.
They called it interference, Dick. They put it on the 1-yard line.
Nice cutback. Listen to that crowd. Nice cutback. He's probably going to get, what, 14, 15 million a year? The Jets had tight ends. Mickey Schuler was the guy, too. The Cleaver, yep.
Drive to match the previous scoring rampage of Miami. 9-7, and Leahy's try.
Don Shula.
And Shula John was somebody.
He's never happy when he sees a team move down the field that way.
Leahy makes it 10-7. 83 yards in 10 plays, 5 minutes plus, and Johnny Hector, number 34, subbing for the injured Freeman McNeil, gives the Jets the lead with his 1-yard.
Johnny Hector was good. He was powerful, too. You hear the crowd just into it. Just I miss when the games are like this. MetLife's just so different now.
Maker on the 6-yard pass from Marino on their last possession. It comes to the near side. He drills it deep, Hampton, and he won't run it out. They'll take it at the 20-yard line. Let's check in the score. Guess that ticker's hibernation. There it is.
Wait a minute. Here it comes.
Another scoreboard. Damn.
Buffalo leading 10-0 against St. Louis, and Dallas' Danny White hits Thornton Chandler, 3-yard touchdown pass.
That chant started back in Shea, man.
The Rams with 2 quick touchdowns now lead 21-7. Minnesota, a 10-point lead over Pittsburgh, and Tampa Bay, 2 touchdowns over Detroit. Here it is 10-7. Jets leading Miami. 12 minutes exactly left in the first half. Marino goes to work. Didn't take him.
Yeah, it started in Shea.
Woody Bennett, nothing. Flags are down. Let's go back to the touchdown scored by Johnny Hector.
A couple of things to look for on this touchdown. As you look at the holding call against Miami, let's look quickly. Watch the pull by Alexander here, who's going to
watch the cutback
Joe
by
Fields,
Hector.
The center, is going to cut over here
holding
to get the play.
Number 74, offense, still first down.
There's Fields cutting down 2 men. You see 60 Alexander on the outside, and
Get a
there
cut.
inside, a
Nice.
beautiful block by number 81 Briggs. Look at that power by Hector. He is excited about an opportunity to come in again as he has before to substitute for an injured Freeman McNeil, and he's doing a fine job in there today.
Got defense chants going on.
Every coach in the country who saw Merlin draw that said, "Well, is there anything like the off-tackle play in terms of just drawing it up and seeing it executed?" When you get blocked,
Look at the burst of Gastineau off the edge, man. Holy shit.
Lyles at the 20. He's down at the
You see, I mean,
19, and the Jets are in
Gastineau
business.
off the edge was ridiculous there. Holy cow, man. Damn.
Dan Marino pressure pressured out of the pocket, stepped up, and then misfired. And Lyles, the second-year back from Virginia, has his first interception.
The Jets feel if they can get pressure in Marino's face, they can force him to make the bad play. Lyles gets a little stick right there on Clayton. The ball
That would have been a penalty in this day and age.
as Marino was taking the heat. And Lyles gathers it up, and although he's got a bad ankle, he runs pretty
Wish they would
well
show
on
the
that one.
pass rush on him, man. That off the edge was crazy.
Hector. Ooh, he hit at the 15-yard line. Coming up from the secondary, Bud Brown and William Judson. A reminder, our viewers will be selecting the Budweiser Most Valuable Player today's game at the conclusion of this contest from Giant Stadium. Gain of 4.5.
This is true, man. There used to be long waiting lists. I was on a waiting list forever to get Jet tickets. They mail you a letter and they send you a postcard in the mail how much your number moved up. Tickets are very hard to get.
He wears 51 and they're running at him. They did the last play. Tune in motion. O'Brien.
Throw it.
Leading his tight end again. Mickey Schuler inside the 10.
Schuler's first catch of the day. They've been going to Cleaver. The key to that play was the amount of time that they were able to get for Ken O'Brien. That was a high emphasis item for the new line coach, Brad Radakovich. You see here, they really had to have all day. Schuler was open.
Look at that
Boy, he
catch.
got the back end of that football. That is concentration.
Oh, that was a sizzler thrown by O'Brien at short range. And Schuler showing great hands. Almost squirted all the way through. First and goal. Jets. Hector up the middle. Hector, touchdown.
Capitalize on the interception.
Lyles intercepts. Hector 5-yard run. Schuler 6-yard pass. Hector 8 yards up the middle. And it's now 16-7. And Schuler unhappy as he prowls.
Completely agree, man.
Minutes left in the first half here at Giant Stadium, and this partisan crowd delighted by Johnny Hector.
Partisan crowd.
A 10-point lead.
Just what? Partisan crowd. Oh. Dude, it was just a very passionate, it was loud. The energy was incredible.
2 minutes,
You walked in every week, you saw the same people in your section. I mean, it was just, now everybody's worried about, taking selfies. They're on their phones, fantasy football. 30% of the stadium is the opposing fans. Completely different environment. I mean, the crowd in this stadium, in this game here is incredible.
Who are doing everything right. Bobby Humphrey and Matt Munger.
But that's what, years and years of losing does. It takes away everything, man. You priced out a lot of your diehard fans.
Getting a lead block in here, but the key to the play is the fact that Hector is able to cut back against the grain. And Bob Baumhauer, the nose tackle, overruns the play. But watch the cutback by Hector here as he slides inside. And
That's some good-ass blocking and running right there. This is 1986. Tim, what's up?
They talk about the door just being open, ajar, just a little crack, and Hector dancing his way in. First down, Marino at his own 12. Hampton, second year back from Florida, across the 15.
This is true. It's 2 hours to get out of the stadium and out of the parking lot. They close all the carousels down. It's just the escalators are closed. It's so ridiculous.
A 10-point lead. Atlanta now moves back in front at Irving, Texas. Denver, 19-0 big at Philly. New England, a 3-point lead against Seattle. Battle of unbeatens there. Rams by 2 touchdowns at Indianapolis. 17-7 Minnesota, and Tampa Bay 14-0 against the Lions. Second and 2.
So many graphics, man. They're constantly showing scores.
Marino going deep. Clayton.
Oh.
50, and Clayton to the Jets 40 as he beats Lyles.
Marino could throw it, man. Clayton and Duper, I remember, were really good too.
Mark Clayton in his 4th year out of Louisville.
Clayton is bumped early on the play by number 28, Carl Howard. Howard, who's expecting help deep, is not there to
Dude,
make
definitely
the
let us know what
play,
game you're
but it
going
looked
to, man. We'll
like
make
they
sure to
were
spread the word.
expecting
And send us an
Lyles to
email
get
so I can
there
get you
a
some
little more
shirts. Don't
quickly.
forget.
Either that or they didn't expect Clayton to get there that quickly.
Or they expected Howard to do a better job of bumping him
Yep,
up.
the Marx Brothers. Duper and Clayton.
That Clayton actually outlifted Mark Gastineau in the Superstar competition. He lifted 305 in a military lift at Gastineau's 295. Embarrassed him. How can you think about that for a second?
He's an athlete, 5'9" and 175, lifting almost twice his weight. Marino over the middle, complete. Clayton again. And a flag down, and they may tack on some extra against the Jets.
Face mask call.
Shooting fish in a barrel, Marino.
Number 47.
Holmes, Harry Holmes. A little extra help on Clayton.
Very difficult to work against a timing pattern like this, and that's exactly what it is. It's the quick slant, and this is something that the Miami Dolphins do so well anyway. There's the
definitely
face
grabbed
mask call. Not really using it as a tackling device, but when you get your hand on the mask, you can expect the flag in the air. Holmes, of course, came back to the Jets from the USFL. His first practice blew out his ankle, and that's something that the Jets have had a great deal of. Joe Walton said, look at that, 1 day, he's here 1 day, already he's got ankle disease.
And Russell Carter, the starting cornerback, was one of the few healthy ones. He's been injured and is out of the game for the Jets.
You hear the cowbell in the background. They used to have the cowbell making noise on defense.
Over the middle, Duper to the 1 yard line. A flag down as Holmes makes the tackle. And we'll check the call. There is another flag down closer to the line of scrimmage.
Dolphin players motioning that it's against the Jets, and if so, it certainly will be waved
Defense,
off.
illegal use of hands. First down.
They'll decline that penalty and take the ball at the 1 yard line, 1st and goal.
Here you see Bud Carson with the headset, right-hand side of your picture.
That old school logo is just so friggin' cool, man.
What he's hoping for is some kind of healthy revival. There is Holmes, man-on-man on Duper. Carson likes to send his cornerbacks in a bump-and-run situation. And I'll tell you, that's tough. When you get wide receivers with the kind of speed.
The air horns, they had the cowbells, they had all kinds of shit, man. You know, earlier on, you could actually bring your own food into the stadium, bring all kinds of shit into the stadium. Such a different time, man. This was AstroTurf. They played it on grass at Shea. This was AstroTurf.
I think they're fighting for the ball, but I think it is after the whistle. But down there in the trenches, you don't know.
Dude, I don't even really remember this game, man. I remember like late 80s, 90s. Like I used to go back and watch a lot of this stuff. I remember Duper and Clayton and Marino, though. I was young, man. I remember a lot of this. I just go back and watch all this shit. Thank God for YouTube.
Again, when you play against the team as often as these two play, you develop some very intense personal rivalries.
Tony Nathan into the Miami backfield. Gastineau.
Listen to the crowd, man. This is just.
And make it tough on Marino on 2nd and goal at the 1. That's tough against that run.
Well, it better be tough here. Their feet are in the end zone.
They like to throw the little swing to Nathan. It was an excellent receiver. Instead, it's the tight end. Touchdown, Dan Johnson. Johnson with his first touchdown of the new season. His 3rd catch.
So much confidence in that passing game and the ability of Marino to get the ball on target, and receivers with sure hands.
Can definitely do. There's a lot of games. We got a lot of requests for games to do. Can definitely do Monday Night Miracle. We'll do the Colts playoff game. The ones all playoff games they won.
In motion, he was kind of cutting off some of those bodies, but it was
Monday Night Miracle was wild, man. I was there. The only reason why I didn't leave, I didn't want to sit in traffic.
10 minutes, we've had
and they came back.
Scored. Back and forth, and now Revés to try the point after. And the second-year man from Bogota, Colombia. He went down home to Bogota in the offseason and did the voice on Super Bowl 20. We've been replaced again. Let's go to NFL 86.
Well, Dick, the buddy system is not working in Philadelphia today. On a tackle-eligible play, John Elway finds Dave Studdard for the 2-yard score. For Elway, his 6th
We can do
touchdown
Super
pass
Bowl
of the
3 if
season.
somebody has it
Late
on
in the second
YouTube.
quarter,
We
19
just got to
zip,
find a
Broncos
channel
back
that
to
has
Dick
it. It can't be like the NFL channel. The NFL channel gets mad if you watch their shit and stream it.
17-14, but Marino has removed his team very quickly. The interception, the difference. Here's the touchdown play, a little play action. Marino all the
The
way.
Monday Night Miracle, I remember I got home at it was late. It was probably almost 2 o'clock. And a lot of the articles were already written. The Jets lost the game. A lot of people thought the Jets lost that game the next day because they turned it off. They thought it was over. You know, it's just, we don't have like social media like we had now. Like when I went to work the next day, everybody's like, oh, rough loss last night. I'm like, what are you talking about? They won. I forget how it was late, man. It was really late. I got home. I mean, I got like 3 hours of sleep before I went to work.
And Don Shula, who calls all the plays for Miami with a great sense of what will work and what won't work. He is a big plus in that situation.
Now Marino, on the 2 scoring drives, it took him only a minute 53 of the first drive to go 67. And that last drive, 88 yards in just 2 minutes 24 seconds. And the deep kick will not be run out by JoJo Council. First down at the 20. And with 10 minutes gone by, check to the score. New England now by 10 over Seattle. Possibly, Merlin, we're going to be out at Mile High Stadium next Sunday. We could see 2 unbeaten teams, New England and Denver. That could be a most interesting matchup. Plenty of time to go. 17-14. Jets with the ball and the lead. Whoa. Hector smothered this time as Mark Brown, number 51, invaded the Jets backfield.
George Little, defensive end on the right-hand side, also in there very quickly. And the 2 of them.
Yeah, if we can find it, I mean, we'll stream it for sure.
Jets really want to run that football. They count on establishing the running game because they love the play-action passing, which is O'Brien's long suit.
The Jets-Packers game we just did.
Second down, 10. And Hector on the ground. Wrapped up at the 21-yard line. Good pursuit. Brzezinski, 59, along with Offerdahl, the rookie middle linebacker. NFL 86.
Another
Thanks again,
update.
Dick. After spotting the Seahawks a 7-0 lead, the Patriots come back and lead 17-7 after the veteran Stanley Morgan beats Dave Brown of the Seahawks and hauls in this 27-yarder from Tony Eason. Late in the second, at 17, Seahawks 7.
Morgan, who had 8 catches and over 100 yards in the win against the Jets here a week ago Thursday. Hot again. 3rd and 8. O'Brien, deep.
Oh, no.
McNeil on the bounce, and McNeil is inside.
That's like a Jet-esque. That is like a Jet-esque interception right there.
McNeil from Alabama, his 13th career.
I can't find that game anywhere. I can't find the full game on YouTube anywhere. So you guys can find it, we'll do it. I've been looking for it.
Through his hands. O'Brien has the ball on target, although it is high.
That's very Jet-esque before the
juggling there.
Oh.
McNeil shows his reactions. He's missed a lot of time with injuries. Comes back strong on that.
I don't want to do that game. They lost that game, didn't they? Isn't that when Garrison Hurst beat them, or one of those guys beat them? When Glenn Foley played great and they lost. I don't want to do a loss. I'm already angry.
They trail 17-14. First down at the 13 of the Jets. 17-yard return by McNeil. Woody Bennett. Lance Mill, the welcoming party.
TalkJetsRadio@gmail.com. Yeah, you find links, we'll do it. I've been trying to find them, man. There's certain links that we just can't find.
Negotiations are going. Said he may not even play in this.
Yeah, I had it bookmarked, and then I went back and it's not there anymore.
He feels like he's caught in the middle.
Yeah, as you heard Don Shula related yesterday, you really sensed a lot of empathy on the part of Shula that it has been frustrating for Ben. He just wants to get it. It's that unknown. He wants to get it settled.
And that's hard on any player, especially one who's conscientious.
Second down, a long 10. Marino going for 6. Duper!
Oh.
Touchdown. There would have been a penalty anyway.
I was at that game too, man.
Into the near corner
The birthday present
against
tickets.
Howard.
Marino again showing that excellent vision.
Illegal contact. Defense. Decline. Touchdown is good.
And some hard jaws on the other side of the field that belong to Bud Carson, defensive coordinator. There you see the bumping going on. That last
Just
play,
email it
Carl
to us,
Howard.
man.
No question about
TalkJetsRadio@gmail.com.
that. Duper, as he was able to bring both feet down just barely in bounds. There you see one of the Marks brothers. I got to tell you, defensively, when you can put that kind of speed on the field and stretch a defense, scares you to death.
Al Duper set a Miami record with like 215 yards. 217 against the Jets last year. Reveiz adds the extra point. It's 21-17. He already has, Duper has 91 yards in the first half on 5 catches and a touchdown today.
Credit that Miami line. You see the containment in the middle on Joe Klecko. They were able to keep Gastineau out from the other side. There's the tap dance by Duper down the sideline. Let's watch his feet, Dick. See, it looked to me in the first replay that there was no question about having both of them down.
But the second
One
foot was
foot
out.
down.
You can't.
I believe it is. You can see a little touch of black there, but that's when I said tap dance, toe dance.
Oh, he's in.
There it is. You see the toe just barely in a slight touch of black there. If they're looking at that, Tony Vitteri's probably over there saying, "Hey, we got that one right, guys."
He would have had it with a naked eye.
We can't find that one, man.
There's Marino on the sideline.
Well, let's see. Marino's taken 1 minute 53 seconds to score. Then he went 88 yards in 2:24. Needed 45 seconds to take advantage of McNeil's interception in another quick 7. So with 5 minutes 6 seconds left in the half, 21-17, and Dwight Stevenson being attended to that left side.
You saw him controlling Klecko with help on that last play, and that's so important for the Dolphins offense.
Reveiz, high spinner at the goal line. Bobby Humphrey has a seam.
Oh.
Couldn't quite squirt through it. Look at it. 4 Dolphins down, and the last one nicked him. Mike Kozlowski.
Humphrey, who so impressed the coaches on the Jets staff with his aggressiveness on special teams, has been moved from wide receiver to defensive back. They have high hopes for him.
Well, we talked about the injuries suffered by the Jets throughout the course of the preseason and the first 2 games, and there is that MASH list.
Oh, shit.
And Carter hurt again today. Johnny Hector on a little swing and diving to the 39-yard line and a first down. Hector, not exactly a long jump technique, but that was his 4th in college. He was a 26-foot long jumper. In fact, in the Southwest Conference, finished 2nd one year to a young man named Carl Lewis.
Johnny Hector could catch, man.
Dick, I don't think Hector is as nifty at avoiding tacklers before you get to the line of scrimmage as is Freeman McNeil, but he is a better runner once he breaks into the open.
Hector gets the call again. Look at that. Ran into a crack. It's right on going. I think Kudzinski nailed it at the 43-yard line.
You mentioned that if you want to beat Miami's defense, you have to be able to run that football.
50 yards now for Johnny Hector, who has given a breather, and the Dolphins have rushed only 5 yards. Well, they really haven't tried much, only 6 rushes, with Marino finding all kinds of room to throw.
Hector finally getting a break on the sideline.
I think the Dolphins were like that a lot with Marino. It was always about him throwing the ball.
Fullbacks in. O'Brien in trouble.
Ay.
From the grasp of Mark Brown, and a flag is down as well. Reggie McElroy may have been holding.
Got his head down a little bit. TJ Turner pushing from the outside, looking, giving him a lot of heat.
You're learning Jets history, man.
Holding, number 68, offense, declined, third down.
You got the 10 yards and the loss of down anyway. They declined the hold on McElroy. And from the 35-yard line, it'll be third down and 13.
I think it's like 17-14 right now.
That's in the ability to do something.
Well, the Jets have 17, I know that.
Marino just with a better sense, I think, of what's happening downfield. But that's something that O'Brien, I think, will grow in as he gets more experience.
He needs 13. He's going. He's wide open.
Wesley Walker.
The Jets have taken the lead again. Oh, my. Walker was 15 yards in the clear.
Wesley Walker was so fast, man.
O'Brien did a great job on that play.
How many yards was that? 65 yards?
And then turning back and without batting an eyelash, firing that ball deep. We'll show you the replay momentarily. But look at Shula, who is frustrated. I'm sure what happened is Brown, who's playing back there in that safety position, read the quarterback's eyes, went to his right, only to turn back around and see Walker deep behind him.
Definitely somebody made a mistake in that secondary, blew the coverage because Walker was all by himself. Leahy adds the extra point. It's like a ping pong match. 3 minutes and 12 seconds left in the half, and the Jets are back in front, 24-21.
24-21.
Let's look at O'Brien. Now watch him. He'll have his eyes to the left. Watch him here. Looking left, and then
he looks him
back
off
and fires the ball.
Check that out.
Pull Bud Brown off on that play, and Wesley Walker
looked off the safeties and everybody else.
A hamstring injury all week. Looked pretty fast on that one.
He could have scored walking on his hands. He was that far open.
Blew by Paul Langford, who's expecting deep help. Nobody home.
Walker looking around as if to say, somebody ought to be closer. Was there a mistake? Is this one going to count? Chuck Studley, the defensive coordinator of the Dolphins. Walker going full.
I think he's like one of their all-time kickers, isn't he, Pat Leahy?
He could run half speed and score on that kind of an opening.
In fact, they held him out of practice for the last part of the week.
24-21. Still 3 minutes left.
What an impact.
35 points scored in the second quarter. Jets lead 24-21. 3 minutes, 9 seconds left. Here comes Hampton. And Lorenzo down at the 24-yard line. Humphrey made the tackle. Yeah, all the scoring right here at Giant Stadium. Halftime, Buffalo leads 10-0. Dallas has taken the lead 14-13 on a Timmy Newsome 2-yard run. Denver big at Philadelphia. New England still up by 10, and the Rams lead by 2 touchdowns at Indy. 10-point lead Minnesota, and at halftime, Tampa Bay 11 over the Lions.
The one thing you know about the Miami Dolphins is that with Marino,
definitely the best kicker.
All that speed, they can come back so quickly. Here you see the comparison of the two quarterbacks today. Numbers excellent for both quarterbacks. Much ago at that yardage for O'Brien in that last play.
Marino to Hampton. Ooh, you saw his helmet just snap back as he was hit. Marty Lyons. Woo.
Marty Lyons put up.
To see those
damn
linemen chasing the quarterback. Ball goes over their heads, and they want a piece of that tackle. Watch the end of the play here. You see the little toss to Lorenzo Hampton. He gets into traffic, coming from the left-hand side of your screen, right there.
Dude, Marty Lyons is a defensive lineman. That's crazy. Chase, wait down. That's crazy.
17 yards for Hampton. Well executed pass by Marino. And it's Dan Johnson who has a touchdown.
That's wild, man.
The tackle out at the 46-yard line, close to another first down.
We talked about the comparison of these two quarterbacks, and another comparison.
I think Marty Lyons is from Alabama, right? Isn't that where he went?
Lyon has to set up.
First down again.
Oh.
I don't know if he can throw from there.
No. About the only place he can in the 2-minute timeout at 1:58, and Marino trying to hurry to get a play off before that 2-minute timeout, and actually maybe Hayes did make waste for the Dolphins.
Looked like he hooked the foot of one of his guards or perhaps his center, and he's limping a little bit. Marino has bad knees, and you see how big those knees are. Well, that's not knee. He wears a knee brace in there. You can see part of that hanging out. Let's see if we can see what happens. There's the guard right there. Stepped on the back of his foot. Roy Foster.
Gastineau is coming in unblocked.
Him, took him down.
Stay with us at halftime. NFL 86 scores and highlights.
Holy shit.
Take them a whole halftime just to have the highlights of this game.
We have had some action here. The two teams really getting at it here today.
Wholesale takes out the bulk and puts in
you
the
see
wide
the
receivers.
changes for the defense as well. Ooh.
Marino. Lots of time, and Duper.
He had a cannon, man.
He was covered by Davlin Mullen. He's playing injured.
Both these sidelines and the coaches really alert to that kind of thing. A quick change of personnel, which means you might be outmanned on the field. And you saw how quickly the Jets countered with their own personnel in that situation. They were able to just barely get Barry Bennett, number 78, off the field. He's sprinting for that sideline. And of course, if the ball is snapped before he gets there.
I'm still amazed by that play by Marty Lyons, to be honest with you. That shit's crazy.
Third down, 17.
That's wild.
Jets lead 24-21. 1 minute, 53 seconds, as you can see, remaining in the first half. Marino buying some time. He has the completion, but far short of the first down as Kyle Clifton makes the hit on the rookie James Cook.
It's a much different game, man, today than it was then. You can be really physical with the receivers, a lot of hard hits, a lot of everything, man. The tenacity and physical, just a much different football game. It's just, which in terms of player safety, I guess is a good thing, but it's a very, it used to be a very, I mean, the sport's still violent, but not this was just, these games were wild.
Spirals it. Bergson, he's had one fine return, but not this time. He's down at the 16-yard line with 1:07.
Excellent special teams play by Mike Smith, number 25, down there to tackle Stone. You see Joe Walton sending the play in with his quarterback right here.
1:07 left in the half. The Jets trying to add to the 3-point lead. Pat Leahy, who has a field goal in this game.
It would be interesting to rank all the Jets running backs, like from the best, like the top 10 running backs of all time. They've had good running backs, man.
Plays it. Will he play it safe? He's got 3 timeouts in 1:07. Fearful that maybe 3 incomplete passes would give Miami and Marino a chance to get the lead at the half. Will he stay on the ground or will he throw it? We're about to find out. Over the middle, the Schuler incomplete, covered by Paul Langford.
Jets aggressive with 1 minute left in the half.
T.J. Turner coming in from his left defensive end position to put some heat on O'Brien on that play. They're
X-raying Hugh Green's kneecap, we understand. That was injury to the kneecap.
Right knee. We have no final report on this, but he certainly is not returning.
What's up, John?
Anytime you go up on a stretcher, you've got to be concerned.
Swings it out.
Oh, almost got him killed.
And 59 seconds left. So here's a case where Joe Walton almost couldn't win. If he runs out the clock, they're going to boo him for not trying to get more. If he throws 3 incomplete passes and Miami gets the ball, they're going to have time to take the lead.
This play calling here is suspect.
You don't want to turn the ball over. So the passes he's thrown have both been high percentage passes. One to the tight end, and O'Brien throwing it down low so that Schuler couldn't get it. The defense couldn't either. And that particular little swing, again, high percentage pass.
And you got Emerson, Boozer, Snell. I mean, you got so many. Freeman, McNeil. And they had a. I mean, Curtis Martin's definitely going to be up there.
With 51 seconds, now 50 seconds left.
Paul Langford, number 44, leveling Hector on that play, and we may see the Dolphins go after this punt.
Man, that play calling there was rough.
Pretty good field position, Merlin, even with a decent punt.
What record do you want the Jets to have next
Certainly
year?
Marino, again, we relate to the
7
kind of
wins,
speed
8
he
wins.
has to deal with.
Playing very competitive all year.
Shula, Don Shula, and his son David right behind him, talking to the wide receivers and secondary.
It's very true. They definitely did.
Dave Jennings.
Hopefully you get a big step up from Zach this year, though. Big step ahead. I think one of those sites had an article about Zach today where they ripped the shit out of him for his rookie year, which was wild. Is it CBS Sports, I think, or one of them?
Back to return, James Pruitt. Remember last week against Indianapolis, Pruitt took one back 71 yards for a touchdown and had another punt for 35 yards that he returned.
That one almost broke for a TD too, so he is dangerous.
They have 10 men on the line of scrimmage. Jennings will deliver from around his 9-yard line. Dying spiral, fair catch for Pruitt. Runs into his own man.
Get the ball. Look at this.
Can't be returned.
Can't be returned, though, right?
Although Matt Munger will go all the way to the
Oh, he got
2-yard line.
friggin'
You cannot
horse collar.
advance the ball. That's a muff, not a fumble. It cannot be advanced, but apparently will be the Jets' ball at midfield.
Now the question is, did that ball strike the receiver? It would appear that it may have done. There was a collision on the sideline and an awareness problem, and yes, it did. It bounced off the receiver. Let's watch what happened on that last play as Pruitt, with his concentration on the ball, runs into one of his blockers who was not aware of where he was on the field. Right there. That's Thompson, number 24, Renee Thompson, streaking down. Thompson, the one who pulled Munger down.
You want to trade for Robbie Anderson, or you're hoping he's cut?
Pruitt, with his concentration
That's the
on
question.
The ball,
Trading for him is crazy.
Collision, ball goes over to the Jets.
Big break for New York. It appeared that the ball hit Thompson's hand after Pruitt ran over his teammate's back. So a little extra present for the Jets and Coach Joe Walton. 42 seconds.
He got horse collar like crazy, man.
49.
Here's another angle of that play, and you see that. Oh, the ball hit the hand. Renee Thompson's hand as he stuck it out.
Wild.
The ball bounced away from his hand.
Ryan going deep for Walker.
Got him. Ooh, that's wild, dude. That's crazy. Look at that. What a play call. What an aggressive approach there. Holy shit. Wow, that is wild.
Well, pyrotechnics offensively in this first half, and there's going to be some fireworks down in Shula's locker room at the intermission.
They had a 65-yard reception and a 50-yard reception.
2 catches for Wesley Walker, 2 touchdowns, 115 yards.
Wow.
65 and now 50 yards on the scores.
2 catches, 115 yards.
And certainly a gift.
That's
for
crazy.
The Jets, who move up 31-21.
A pass right in the seam, perfectly thrown by O'Brien to Wesley Walker, who's between 2 defenders.
He did the same thing. He looked to the left, turned to the right, threw it.
At least you got to get the man down. Langford misses there, and then goodbye, Wesley. He simply outruns Don McNeil to the goal line.
Wow.
Well, Marino has 34 seconds.
The second time that Kenny O'Brien did that.
Absolutely perfect strike, and Walker with all that speed dances in with another.
And listen to this crowd.
That's so awesome. That's what you want to come back for the Jets.
Now, Lyles pass interception early.
Giving the team a standing ovation.
Triggered a quick touchdown as he returned to the 19, and now the recovered muff at midfield leads to a 1-pass, 1-play, 50-yard score.
And I'm sure that Chuck Studley on the sideline trying to figure out how in the world he's going to get his defense back together, faced with the additional loss of Hugh Green.
Wesley Walker was real fast, man. 2 catches, 115 yards, 2 touchdowns in the first half. Can you imagine?
Could be scored before we hear the gun. That ties the Jets record, 28 points in a quarter. Hampton at the 5. Lorenzo Hampton fumbled. No, they roll. The ball was down at the 27-yard line.
This is true too.
30 seconds for Marino.
Stadium rules were a lot different. Even in the 90s, the rules were different. You could bring in sandwiches. We snuck in all kinds of shit.
52 points scored in the second quarter. You see it again.
Oh, my.
Oh, he was losing control of the ball. It would appear that could have gone as a fumble.
Man, with the book under his arm, Larry Pasquale, the defensive, or the coach of the special teams for the
28
Jets,
points in a
excited,
quarter.
I'm sure, by the play of his troops.
Doesn't tie a record. That establishes the most productive 15 minutes in Jets history.
Listen to the crowd.
Against the Miami Dolphins. Well, we said that they've had things spinning, these two teams, and right through the hands of the veteran Matt Moore. Boy, they had the two wide receivers, Pruitt and Clayton, clearing deep, and Moore underneath, so he had those two men as blockers downfield.
Shula in the past has used 3 wide receivers and Joe Rose, but with Rose on IR, he's gone more and more to 4 wide receivers. There's Carson on the sideline. Bud Carson, he's hey, settle down. You don't want to see any more points in this half.
Again, it's the triple left formation. Pruitt, Clayton, and Moore. Marino underneath. Tony Nathan at the 34-yard line. Miami will not call time, trying to get a play off without a huddle. 18.
Gastineau was a force, man, off the edge on the bottom. Look at him on the bottom. Look right there.
Screen
Just
to Nathan, weaving his way to a first down at the 45.
Gastineau off the edge. There's been like 3 or 4 times in this game right now. As you saw, it was just incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Marino obviously wanting that last play. Of course, if they're able to get a penalty or able to get a lucky bounce down there, that maybe they can put some points up before the half. But we've seen a shower of points in this game.
Don Shula yesterday, and again in the pregame show today, indicated that after his team's defense was shredded by the Chargers in the opener, 50-28, he said what psychology here was, we started our season last week against Indianapolis. That 50-point game, that happened some other time. But after a 30-10 win against the Colts, his defense has coughed up 31 points in the first 30 minutes today. How about the other points? Elsewhere.
31-21 at halftime. It's just nuts.
Denver, big lead at the half of Philadelphia. New England and Seattle, really important game. The two teams have won their first 2 games. And the Rams looking for a 3-0 start. Minnesota 10 over Pittsburgh, and Tampa Bay leading Detroit 14-3.
Just crush Marino here. Screw that.
Yeah, the back 4 of the Jets way back at their 30.
Oh, they're all offsides.
And there's 5 more yards for Marino.
Tom Baldwin on the nose, off too quickly. And Dick, while we have a second, as they sort that penalty out, Hugh Green apparently will not come back in the ballgame.
Encroachment, number 95.
The whole line was offsides.
Defense.
They are going to take further x-rays when they get back to Miami, but it is an injury to his right knee. And I think that one of the reasons that this defense has had so much trouble today.
Not gonna lie, man. I like what the Giants did with their coaching staff. You guys got what? You got Brian Cox in the fold there too. You got their defensive staff's pretty good, man. I like what I hate the Giants, but I like the staff Dable assembled.
Unless penalty for Marino and the Dolphins. We all know what this one's going to be. Send him deep, give Marino enough time to get one high and deep to the end zone. Here it is. Dropped around and intercepted by the Jets.
There you go.
Johnny Lynn with his first interception of the year.
Cast it all, and he pulled it up.
And the Jets fans cheer their team off the field.
I mean, Marino's still considered an all-time great. It's just
and the Jets leading
not winning titles hurts.
21.
And after a couple of performances that were less than inspiring for the Jets, certainly last week's loss, not a good game for the offensive team. O'Brien has shown some real spark here and has used some
31-21 at
Offensive tools to
halftime.
great advantage
Jesus.
as they put up 31 points and take that 10-point lead into the locker room.
And that's not overlooked, the performance by Johnny Hector, replacing the injured Freeman McNeil. 2 touchdowns himself and 50 yards rushing. And, of course, Marino, he's got 3 touchdown passes. We can only expect more of the same in the second half. NFL 86 halftime activities will continue in a moment. We'll be right back after these messages from your local station. Well, if you're Don Shula at halftime, you say we scored 21 and we're down by 10.
Well, I don't think either defensive coordinator is going to be very happy in that locker room. You better believe there are some adjustments being made. They've got to play better defense, both teams, if they expect to win, because these offenses are both playing very well.
Well, you expected the Jets, with all their injuries in the secondary, to have their problems, and they did in stopping Marino's passing game. But how about the Dolphins defense? Will they shore it up in the second half? Well, we'll soon learn. First, we go to NFL 86 in New York.
We welcome.
First down plays, 9.2 yards each. Second and 0.8 of a yard isn't a bad situation for an offense.
They have hit some big plays, obviously, on those first down situations. Those are the kind of stats that a defensive coordinator brings in and lays on the table on a Monday morning and says, something I want to talk to you guys about. We have not seen great defense by any means in this first half.
Rocky Cleaver and Mickey Schuler, 2 tight end start, with Cleaver used way out to the near side. Altoon split to the right. Johnny Hector. And he noses forward for a couple. John Offerdahl.
There's still like an hour and a half left in this game. Should we go to like the fourth quarter? This game goes to overtime. What should we do? I didn't realize this game was that long. It's like a 3.5-hour game.
Patriots try to jump out to a 3-0 start. That would mean the loser of this game would fall 2 games back after just 3 weeks of the AFC East.
Perhaps it doesn't even need to be said, Dick, but it's so important to come out in the second half and establish yourself. That's certainly not a dramatic play for the Jets to begin with. Let's see if they can't get something going here. You've got to get a drive going here if you want to control the second half.
O'Brien going long for Toon. And now he interferes. No, incidental contact, and the Jets bench is furious.
I forget when does it really pick up after? I forget. Is it the fourth quarter where they go back and forth and Miami? Like, I forget how this all, when this really heats up.
Is absolutely livid.
That should have been a play.
It appeared that Toon was just breaking into the clear when
In the fourth, right? I think it gets crazy.
By Paul Langford.
Rookie girl?
And watch Toon.
I don't know what the rookie girl means.
Langford's head is
Definitely memorabilia to show.
From the receiver, and the official determines that he is not.
We can go to the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Know where that receiver is. They're not going to make that call.
Oh, favorite rookie from last year. I like Michael Carter, man. Mavir Tucker's good too.
3rd and 8. Ryan looking deep again. Then has to just flip it out to Schuler, who remarkably handles it for a 5-yard gain out to the 27, short of a first down.
It's up to you guys. I don't know if you, I'm off tomorrow, so there's not. According to YouTube, there's another an hour and 30 minutes left of this. So I mean, I have nothing to do. So if you guys want to watch it, I'm cool with that. Completely up to you guys.
The officials seem to be very sure of the.
I remember there's a part where the game just gets crazy.
Sideline, as you would expect in a situation like that.
Jennings, 2 punts, very productive. One that went 48, no return, and the other was the one in which Pruitt muffed it, and the Jets recovered at midfield and quickly scored on the Walker touchdown from O'Brien. He spirals it towards James Pruitt, and the rookie has it at the 35, and down he goes at the 38. Marion Barber got him. 36 yards on the kick, 3 yards on the return.
Renee Thompson down on the.
It's crazy how the Jets tight end position has been so like just mediocre for so long. And some positions like you go like running back and like center, they've been like so lucky at other positions. Tight end's been just so bad.
Defenses and offenses both signaled in for both of these teams from the sideline. It's a dying art to call those on the field anymore.
Marino starts from his own 38. No surprise here. To the air.
Pick it off.
Not intercepted. The Jets had
How do you not pick this off?
Meanwhile, back at the 19-yard line, Lions and Marino discussing future stock.
I mean, even like the Giants had Shockey at one point, he caught the world by storm too. But the Jets, I mean, and even Dustin Keller was okay. He wasn't great. You had Kyle Brady, Becht. I mean, Chris Baker. Look at the players in the field yelling.
You want a penalty? Get back off the field. There's Radakovich.
How do you not love Marty Lyons?
And there is Walt meeting him on the sideline.
Marino lucky that ball isn't in the possession of the Jets.
Volleyball.
Inside handoff to Tony Nathan. Across the 45 to the 46, where it'll be 3rd and 2. Wiles and Gastineau with the tackle, and Mark Gastineau. His name is really not erupted often in this game. What's he been up to?
Gastineau switching sides in this defense, occasionally going to the inside, but the Dolphins have done a good job of forcing him wide. He has not been a big factor in the pass rush. Klecko more effective, I think, in breaking the pocket from the inside, but he has had a hard day too. They have been doubled, both of them, all day long.
Lined up at defensive.
Safarian Jenkins, I wouldn't consider great though, Bubs.
Marino drilling it for a first.
The expectations were high for him, but he had.
The Jets a 6-yard gain and a first down.
Dustin Keller got hurt. He got hurt, injuries. Then he went down to Miami, got hurt again.
Gastineau and Klecko, there they are on the right side. Foster 61 and Stevenson inside. You see Cleveland Green, number 74, containing Gastineau on the outside. And as you were able to see on that replay, Dan Marino with plenty of time to get that ball off.
First down at the Jets' 48-yard line. It's 31-21 New York. 11:42 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, we had Jay Samaro too, Big Blue. Another guy didn't pan out.
They have not been able to run effectively.
That's why draft analysis is fun, because when the Jets drafted him, it was like, oh, this guy's gonna do so many great things and big time player, big time athlete, and complete bust.
You see that cocked position for Joe Klecko,
and Dwight Stevenson continues to say that Joe Klecko is one of the toughest guys he faced, and still says he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Lions, as you mentioned, over quickly. The mark of good defense is great pursuit. How many people can you get on that ball carrier? On that particular play, there was some good defense play.
Both sides again.
Marino will go through. This is a free play.
Look at this. Oh my God. Oof.
We'll check the officials, and
I think it's offsides on the Jets.
Number 73, decline.
What a throw.
46 yards on the touchdown, and it's now 31.
So the Jets had, what, a 65-yard touchdown, a 55-yard touchdown. Marinos threw for 45 yards.
Every level of football, you don't expect it at the professional level. The flag does not stop the play. You got to continue to go. You see Klecko offsides there. Jerry Holmes one-on-one on Duper. And here
Marino just launches the shit out of this.
Deep. Duper just broke off the pattern. Looked like he was running a post. Decided to break it deep. And Marino with
unfortunately, I was able to see Marino throw several of those throws against us.
Revés tacks on the extra point, and as expected, Marino and the Dolphins through the air get a quick 7 again as Mark Duper has his 2nd touchdown reception. That's the 4th TD pass by Marino.
It's got to be frustrating for Klecko.
The game back to a 3-point contest. New York Jets lead is cut to 3 as Joe Klecko and
Ephraim, send me that link again, man.
Over.
Make sure you send it to me again.
Offside, everyone relaxes, and Mark Duper had an easy 46-yard touchdown. Revés, this one's a little shorter than his past kicks, and it's Humphrey at the 4. It'll be Humphrey.
Nice return.
Nice running by Humphrey to
I think,
the 8-yard line.
but they mentioned in the beginning of this game they had like 8 guys that got hurt in training camp in the first couple weeks of the season, so they were decimated by injuries.
86.
I completely agree with this.
Dick, the Seahawks are back in it at Foxborough, trailing 17-7. Dave Craig goes up top for the former Colt, Ray Butler. He beats Vincie Glenn, the defensive back on the play for the Patriots, and the Seahawks are within 3 at 17-14. Dick?
I don't think Saquon's a bust. Wasn't he Rookie of the Year his first year? I think injuries completely derailed what he did. He's not worth big money, though. The injuries just completely took away his game. I mean, taking him at 2, I mean, the Giants should have took Sam Darnold then at that point, but he's, I mean, a bust to me is like a Hackenberg when the guy doesn't play at all. Or Golston, another guy never played at all.
Right there, and then the quick acceleration upfield. Jerry Holmes just no way to recover on that play as Duper takes it, drops into the end zone. Speed, boy, it kills. There's no question about it.
Look at the numbers on Duper.
Look at those numbers.
Miami record with 217 yards against the Jets last year. And
Wild.
Miami needs only 80 more in the second half to tie that. Walker in motion. Fullback Tony Page gets a rare call, and he's to the 34-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 3.5. Atlanta, a couple of quick scores to take a lead at Dallas in the 3rd period. Philadelphia's finally scored on a Cunningham pass to Jackson of 29 yards. And Tampa Bay apparently going to win its first game of the year at Detroit.
The Giants got to hope for a lot of things this year. You got to hope Daniel Jones takes a step. They can stay healthy. Barkley can stay healthy. Throw the flag.
And a flag this time against Langford. They became entangled again.
Now, wait a minute. Let's see what they're calling it down. Too much of a good thing.
Altoon.
Soon had him hung out to dry.
Defensive pass interference, number 44, first down.
At the 36-yard line, first down, Jets.
What a great target Altoon is. Just huge and long arms, about a 39-inch reach.
43-inch vertical jump.
And a 43-inch jump.
Unfortunately, too many concussions.
Out there and say, okay, Al, go get it.
And we saw him in his first start, and saw him was injured last year against Miami in about 10. Cleaver in motion. O'Brien.
All the time he has.
Underneath to Cleaver.
Ooh. Sometimes it's a good idea just to get to the ground. Cleaver, who always fights for that extra yard, that particular situation ends up spinning backwards and backwards. Coming in motion on that play. And
it's almost like the Giants are the same place the Jets were with Sam Darnold. Yeah, the coaching staff's inheriting Sam Darnold, and it's, or, you know, like inheriting Daniel Jones, who's in basically a walk year. It just seems so. Giants are in a tough spot, man.
Both quarterbacks have not been hurried that much today.
Second and 5. Take the Blyton.
Throw the ball away. Oh, my God. What a terrible sack that was. What are we watching here? Oh, my God. That's terrible.
And the official, Pat Haggerty.
Cool. Afton, thank you. That was bad, man. Look at this. This sack is bad. This is the shit that everybody used to complain about. Yep. I was going to say, this is the stuff that everybody used to complain about. Held on the ball way too long. And he fumbled it.
He's not calling, not blowing the whistle. He's just watching there. And is that, who is that? Is that
this is just, what do you do? Can you imagine we were, oh. What was he doing there? Come on, man.
Oh, break for the Dolphins, and they take over the Jets' 47-yard line.
Oh, disgusting.
This team has capitalized on the others' mistakes, and now it's Marino trying to put Miami in front with 8:22 left in the third quarter.
Marino just throws it up.
Could be intercepted? No, he outthrew everyone, including number 28, Carl Howard.
Right on the sideline. A rather sloppy game in some critical areas today. not only some big plays, but some very sloppy plays to turn the advantage back the other way.
But again, your point, Merlin, about O'Brien, this is really only his second full year playing in the NFL, hanging onto the ball. That sack count belongs to him as well.
The Giants have good draft position, but they have tough decisions on Barkley, Daniel Jones. This draft class, in terms of they're not going to draft a quarterback, I don't think. I mean, they remind me of the Sam Darnold period when they traded him. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I think this is going to be ugly here. We'll go to the fourth quarter and the Jets score 14 points. Look at this. Oh, my goodness.
Tony Nathan, what a reliable veteran he is. To the 27 before Lester Lyles can capture him. 20-yard gain.
Very effective running play out of the shotgun. Move forward, handoff right there. Marino just stepped up, hands it to Nathan. And Nathan, who goes through that line very quickly, they're all expecting pass on that play. Got everybody stretched out, and he took advantage of it.
He just took advantage of Gastineau's pass rush. He was charging hard, just bumped him to the outside and ran inside him for 20.
They flip-flopped Gastineau to the open side, away from the tight end. Try and put a
Did they have an apostrophe after the Jets on the screen? Was that true? Wait a minute.
Is Gastineau over the middle.
Oh,
What
a throw.
Carl Howard was the closest Jet, but that had 6 written on it for Clayton.
That was a hell of a throw by Marino.
Marino says that's all right.
That's all right. I'm sure he does, too. People ask why Marino's numbers were down last year after such a spectacular season in '85.
Why were they down?
Well, one very good reason. Clayton was hurt part of the year. Duper hurt most of the year. You take those two guys away from any quarterback, and he's going to have trouble.
But you take weapons away from the quarterback and they struggle? You're kidding me.
61%. Or 64%, 48 touchdowns, 5,000 yards.
I don't think we're ever going to see those numbers again. I really don't.
Well, you're wrong there.
2nd and 10. That one intended for Nat Moore. And there's a case where Marino had to hurry the pass, so Moore didn't have a chance.
What's up in Sweden? You missed a 65-yard touchdown, a 55-yard touchdown. You missed all kinds of stuff already.
Marino will not allow you to sack him if he has any chance to get that ball.
I think this is, according to a couple, this is where the Jets give up some points, though.
And that's the way he does it.
In that case, had Marino had another half second, obviously Moore was open, but he had to unload.
I'll tell you one thing, neither of these quarterbacks lack courage. They'll stand in there and take as much time as they can get to throw the football.
Trying to take advantage of O'Brien's fumble. Big play, 3rd and 10 at the
10-minute ticker.
On top for Duper. Incomplete against Davlin Mullen. So the Jets defense able to stop Marino's passing game, and here comes Fuad Reveiz to try a field goal. He is 1 for 2 on this young season.
Mullen chewed up rather badly last week in that New England game.
I'm only busting you, man. And thanks for stopping in. Sunday night. No, it's just fascinating to see some of the older players, man. The old games, like it's just wild. There's a wild play by Marty Lyons chasing somebody downfield. You see Klecko, you see Shore, like all these Jets legends, man. It's wild.
We have a new game. It's even at 31.
31-31.
7 minutes and 12 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. 45-yard field goal by Reveiz.
The Knicks got some tough decisions to make, man. They got to find a scapegoat for this mess. Should be the general manager. I don't know if the Knicks front office isn't getting questioned. Nowhere's near enough.
31 each.
Another mess.
And we have 7 minutes, 12 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
Thibodeau's going from coach of the year to scapegoat in a matter of a year.
Move back into a tie. There's Bobby Humphrey anticipating Fuad Reveiz's kickoff. Short. Humphrey at the 11. Body really flying, and Humphreys as well as 3 flags go down.
Watch Renee Thompson, number 24, go down there just like a guided missile.
Sloppy quarter. Lots of penalties.
And the push in the back against the Jets means that New York will start around its own 10-yard line.
It's true, man. Even when we watched the Jets Packers game when they clinched the AFC East, you saw how good the team was. It was like there were some really good moments in time. Like we'll do the Jets Colts playoff game, the Jets Patriot game if we can find it anywhere. There's some really cool moments in the history of this franchise. It's just the decades of just losing is killing us.
Right here, just dives in there, and now that's genuine kamikaze performance.
Like the stench of like Adam Gase and all this other nonsense is kind of offset some of the good. Even some of the Rex years were really good. You know, the 2 runs they made. Herman Edwards had some good runs. Even Al Groh in a bad year was what, 9-7.
The sidelines to Walker, and of course that play should work the way that Walker has gone deep. They have to give him
31-31.
Buffalo, Greg Bell has scored to give the Bills a 2-touchdown
What's up,
lead.
James?
Atlanta scored on a fumble recovery touchdown and an interception touchdown to take the lead at Dallas. Denver apparently will make it 3-0.
There's Afram's favorite 10-minute ticker.
Rams 21-7. It's been that way for a long time. Minnesota and Tampa Bay healthy leads. It's a high-scoring day. This third week of the
31-31.
It was very high scoring. Second week the defenses were there again.
On 2nd and 2, an inside handoff to Dennis Blyton.
Johnny Hecker. Oh, he fumbled. Come on, man. Meanwhile, Johnny Hecker had a big first half.
In the midst of the celebration, as Blyton, just an innocent little play up the middle to pick up the first down, and the last 2 possessions have led to Miami fumble recoveries.
Brian, you were right, man. We should have skipped the third quarter. This is giving me flashbacks.
Walton doesn't know what to think here.
Johnny Hecker had a good first half. Did he get hurt or something? Why isn't he playing?
Let's see if we can see what happens.
How's the ball come out?
As they got to that point, and the scrambling Dolphin, there's the ball popping loose.
Fumbles on his own 35-yard line.
May have gotten down there in time to scoop it up.
Now the turnovers now even 3 aside. The
25-yard line.
Miami from the Jets 30-yard line. Woody Bennett pulled out of bounds inside the 20.
Yeah, this is a regular season game, 1986. I think it was a 3rd game of the season. So right now it's 31-31.
Almost out of bounds. Boy, mistakes can turn it around so quickly.
This is the old Meadowlands.
Turnovers in a game, the fumbles, the sacks. There you
and that logo is so badass in the end zone.
A big edge for the Jets as the Dolphins were turning him loose, but here it's been 2 costly errors. The Dolphins quick to capitalize on the first, and about to capitalize unless something goes wrong on the second.
Marino now with 305 yards passing.
300 passing yards in the 3rd quarter.
And Nathan, nothing there.
Joe Klecko.
Oh, yes, he was there.
Klecko, we have not heard as much from Klecko as you did in the first 2 weeks of this season. But again, it's good to remind you that Klecko is playing against a man that many consider to be the finest center in the league. And in that kind of battle, there are going to be more standoffs than out-and-out victories.
Dwight Stevenson, he says the thing Klecko and all the rest, Howie Long, to say about Stevenson, everyone else double teams us, but Stevenson takes us on one-on.
Yeah, he's had help today. He's had a lot of help on Klecko today.
From the shotgun on 3rd and 4. Wide open.
Oh, my goodness.
And he's to the 2-yard line against Jerry Holmes. Duper very close to his 3rd touchdown of the game.
I think they end up like 10-6, and they beat the Chiefs in the playoffs, right? And they had been that nightmare of a game against the Browns.
Blitz coming, as you saw Lester Lyle coming. That means that they're in man-to-man coverage on those wide receivers. Duper just broke it inside with a slant. Jerry Holmes, although he was there, couldn't do anything but drag him down.
7 catches, 154 yards for Duper. He leaves the game as they go with the 2 tight ends and the 3 backs. Up the middle, short of the goal line. Ron Davenport stopped by Charles Jackson and company.
The Browns game, I think, was with the missed field goals, and that was the Gastineau late hit too, wasn't it? I watched that at I remember watching. I was young, but I watched that at my
Washington, D.C.
with relatives in Virginia. It's brutal.
Here at Giants Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Dick Enberg with Merlin Olsen. It's tied
Trevor, I have
31.
honestly no idea. I was young,
Dolphins
man.
on
I have
Jets with
no idea.
4:58 left in the third quarter. You see Lance Mel, valuable property linebacker.
All I know is when any New York team is doing well in the playoffs like that, this area is usually really great. It's been a while for that.
The game on a stretcher in the first half.
But during those Jets playoff runs, even like with Sanchez and Parcells, there was green everywhere, man. I live I live down the Jersey Shore, and it's mostly Giant fans. You see Jet stuff all over the place.
With ankle problems on the ground and obviously in pain. Right-hand side of your screen, look for number 56. You see him right there, and it looks like maybe somebody stepped down on that leg. You see him grabbing his right knee or ankle.
And we have a timeout.
Yeah, the Giants had that was Parcells, right? Because then the Giants have 86 and 90.
Examining the ankle of Lance Mel in the blue shirt, Dr. James Nicholas. We'll talk more about him later. They're going to honor him next week here in New York. It's 2nd and goal at the 1 as Miami just 3 feet away from the lead. Nathan says he's in. No signal yet. They're going to mark it just shy of the goal line.
Good job by the Jets defense. An extra defensive line.
I just like these old uniforms, man.
They were able to stymie the drive. Watch the initial.
What's going on? We're watching 31-31. The Jets have two back-to-back turnovers. So it's third quarter. Dolphins are getting ready to score.
Blocking looked as if he had the ball. It was Davenport. Stop. 3rd and goal.
Johnny Hector has 2 touchdowns. Then you have Wesley Walker has 2 touchdowns.
The Dolphins passed for a touchdown from the 1-yard line.
Yeah, man. TalkJetsRadio@gmail.com. You guys find links, send them to us.
And they're going to throw again.
Touchdown. That was too easy.
5th touchdown pass of the game. This one goes to Bruce Hardy.
Me too. I just like that Jets, this helmet, this logo's, I think it's just badass. I don't like our new shit.
And James Pruitt, the rookie, has one. So Marino has tied his own high with the
5
Dolphins
touchdowns.
with 5 touchdown passes. 2 fumbles recovered by the Dolphins here in the third quarter have led to touchdowns and plus a field goal. And with 4:12 left in the period, it's 37-31 Miami. Wad Reveiz adds the extra point. The Jets scored 28 points, a New York record in the second
I thought,
period.
didn't Parcells introduce new uniforms? Was it wasn't? I think it was Coat-Tight. I thought Parcells did that.
Dan Marino's 5th touchdown pass of the game. He's now 2 away from the NFL record. Sid Luckman, Adrian Burke, George Blanda, Y.A. Tiller, and
Joe has his own channels, man. He has a whole bunch of channels he does. He does like all kinds of stuff. Just look up I don't think Long Beach Joe Show or whatever it is. He's doing all his own stuff.
The Miami record holder with 6. Plenty of time. 4:12 left in the third period. Reveiz. It's a deep to Harper, and he'll not take it out.
No lesson today for me, man. I don't know the 80s. I know, like, I'm more like 90s, 95, 96, 94. I can give you that kind of stuff.
Benson, the linebacker that went into his place. Now watch him as he is faked into the line. The other man to watch is right over here, Bruce Hardy, who's simply going to go down and clear out. Let's turn it loose. Now watch Benson, who believes it's a run. He comes right up inside, and the ball goes over his head. Nobody there. What a nice play. And again, taking advantage of what happens on the field. The injury puts a new man in there who's not used to reacting. Marino on the
So they're losing 38-31.
O'Brien goes to work. To the sidelines to Cleaver, and he's been a busy target throughout the course of this game. And Cleaver has a first down out at the 35. 15 more yards. Buffalo with a 2-touchdown lead. At Dallas.
Yeah, we can do the playoff game over the Colts. We can do whatever you guys want.
Denver apparently will go 3-0.
Just trying to find things to do in the offseason. This game's been mentioned by a lot of people, so I figured just do it. You know, check it out. I think this is awesome. It's so cool to just go back and learn about all these players and see how they played.
Just don't blink an eye. Johnny Hector. And a little running back from Texas A&M, and a flag goes down, picks up 5.
See, now this is a tough question because is it in Jets history or people I've actually seen? Because I never saw Joe Namath play. You know, I don't. Like I vaguely remember Kenny O'Brien. I don't know Richard Todd. A lot, you know, like Emerson Boozer, Snell, McNeil. I don't know a lot of those guys. Even the wide receivers, you got Walker and Tune. I don't remember them all that well. So it's tough, man.
Get a shot right there. Yeah, I think maybe.
Face mask.
Sure couldn't see the faces.
It's got to be from other YouTube channels, man. If you use the NFL stuff, they take your streams down for some reason. From what people have told me.
Well, there's obviously not a face mask on the. I don't know, Dick, where that one took place.
I didn't see it.
And it's going to be 2nd down and 1 or 2.
Wide open now.
2nd and 2, Altoon.
He has a first down at the Miami 47. William Jetson with the play defensively, 14 yards for. Now play a sweet tune. He's such a graceful athlete at 6'4" and 205 from Wisconsin.
I mean, even the wide receiver position is interesting because you look at the year Brandon Marshall had was phenomenal. I mean, Keyshawn had incredible years. I mean, to me, Curtis Martin was incredible. He was just a remarkable running back.
On first down.
Quarterback, I mean,
incomplete.
Vinny's year in '98 to me was awesome. You know, and then Favre for a half a season was great too.
June had him turned around, but couldn't come up with the ball.
June is man-to-man coverage here by Judson, who is
Tune was open, man.
June loses the ball, and when you have to twist all the way around like that, I think that's about as tough a catch as you can find because you've got to relocate the ball.
That's a play that Duper
I'll definitely check it out. I want to learn more about the Super Bowl III. I've only watched it once. That was just, I don't remember a lot from it though. I had some videos somebody gave me. I watched it.
Draw play. Hector hit by Offerdahl. At the 44-yard line, Betters was there as well.
My coldest Jets-related take of all time? Oh, I don't even know. I got some doozies, man.
Hector clamping down on it.
I don't even know. I'm sure people probably remember him, though. I don't know. It's a good question. I've had a lot of bad ones. I love Romar Morris, the running back from North Carolina. He never got any playing time. Love that kid.
Catches 65 and 50 yards. O'Brien.
Oh, got cracked.
Great catch by Cleaver. For Townsell it is.
Jojo Townsell.
Wobbly pass, toughest of all.
Dude smoking a cigarette right there. Dude, can you imagine? Imagine that this day and age, guy just sitting there smoking a cigarette, just no big deal.
It's a maturing process. O'Brien waits until the last second.
He got
gets
smashed.
That ball out. It just floats in there. And Townsell with his hands on the ground, actually, before that ball arrived.
Dude's just smoking it. That's funny as hell.
Coaches told me before the game that they expected Townsell to be doing well in there today. They've been impressed with the way he's practiced.
15 yards for Joseph.
They're taking a look at it. I think they buzzed that one to see if that was indeed a catch. A question about whether or not it was a catch, and I think
they buzzed it.
Looked at it, or at least examined it with the replay. And now remember, they can't or won't reverse it unless there is very good irrefutable proof.
After further observation and review by the instant replay, officials, the ball is ruled as incomplete.
They did a replay in like 10 seconds? That replay happened in 10 seconds. It takes us like 5 minutes to get it figured out now.
They looked at it. I don't know if that's irrefutable evidence. And that's
that happened like instantaneous.
There's a play in the Rams and 49ers last week, and then a call was made that somehow to me, in my eye, didn't seem to be evidence that was.
Oh shit, that's wild, man.
That angle, and from what you have seen,
that's so crazy.
Like it or not, it is called that way. They will move the sticks back, and it's going to be
instead of first down, it's fourth down. That's a big reversal.
That is a big turnaround. Did Townsell argue? I didn't get a chance to see. Maybe it was late. He's on the sideline. There's no question the ball was very close to the ground, but not an easy one for me to call from this angle.
Hey, man, I was a Malden fan big time, man. His back let him down. He's still playing, though. I have a lot of respect for that guy, dude. We had a chance to become friends. Not friends, but we did a lot of events with him. Class act, man. And he's still chasing his dream in Canada. So at least he was a contributor, man.
Instead of first down and a continuing drive, it's ball back.
So right now, I think it's what, 38-31?
Ooh.
Dave Jennings with a slow-ass punt.
Fair catch at the 10.
Judson right in on top of the punter. He's blocked a kick in each of the last 2 years against the Jets. They're concerned about him. He was in there hassling Jennings as he kicked that one away.
See the combination pass.
No, we will never watch a Kotite game. You don't want to see him coach. It was probably the worst 2 years of my life in terms of watching Jets football. Horrendous coach. Awful.
Most of those yards by Johnny Hector.
No discipline, no rhyme or reason, nothing. Out of shape, just awful.
4 or 5 more weeks.
It was just, and then Parcells came in, he cleaned it up instantaneously.
When you have ankle problems, and Mel is going to suffer with them, I'm afraid, throughout the year. He certainly has not been able to get them healthy in the early part of the season here. Very often you get them twisted, and the pain is frightening. You don't know how badly they're hurt. Get off the sideline and say, it's all right, put me back in there. And he's back.
Marino to the air again.
Look at that push.
Deep down the middle for Johnson. Incomplete. And Johnson was open at the 40, covered by Lester Lyles. But in traffic could not come down with it.
And Marino is not afraid to throw that football to receivers that are covered.
Brian, if you could find them, send them to me, man. I'll watch anything. I'd like to watch Richard Todd. They had some good years. I'd definitely watch that.
With that quick release and those timing moves that so often the defensive players have their back to him anyway, don't know when he has thrown.
That was a hospital ball right there. Almost got him blasted. Yeah, Leon Hess fired Pete Carroll for Rich Kotite after 1 year.
Dominated them on the line of scrimmage.
Ridiculous.
That's the night they retired Joe Namath's number. Remember 23-7 they beat them.
Very emotional game.
Marino signaling to his double.
Crowd is loud, man.
He's called an audible.
He got it away with 1 second left on the 30-second clock. Duper, and the flag is down. Now this is going to be an interesting call.
Another flag?
They both were pushing. Duper first, and then was pushed back by the Jet. We'll see how they rule it.
Offensive what? Offensive 85. Offensive pass interference.
There you go.
Offensive pass interference. Number 85.
So it goes against Duper.
So the
This game is wild, man.
From a call just before this that took a first down away from the Jets. On this particular occasion, it's offensive interference on Duper. Let's watch Duper now. Jerry Holmes, man-to-man, number 47. He gets a late shove there. And let's watch Duper pushing his head back right there. You saw him.
They used to let you fight back then. You could hand fight, push. You can do all kinds of shit back then.
On that play.
And it looked as if Holmes had contact beyond the 5 yards as well. So that was a real mess. But it goes against Shula and the Dolphins. And he is burning the back ear. The side judge was immediately in front of him. Ball at the 5-yard line. Second down, a long 15. Interestingly, Marino under center in this situation.
Look at Lance Mel just came off the edge. Should be intentional grounding.
And Gastineau was on top of Marino.
And again, Marino's pointing to Gastineau and say, hey, who's supposed to block this guy? Gastineau in very quickly. You'll see him coming from your left-hand side here. Nobody to pick him up. Lance Mel.
Look at that pass rush. They were coming from everywhere.
Was singled up. Nobody there.
Gastineau was just.
Mel got there first, and Gastineau from the right-hand side. So there were 2 bodies on him, but nobody picked up the blitzing linebacker, and Marino had to throw it away.
1 minute, 29 seconds remaining in the third.
Listen to the crowd. Holy shit.
Down at this end. As Marino stares at 3rd and long.
Marty Lyons getting pushed off the edge. Oh, what a throw.
And out of it he comes to Mark Clayton at the 34-yard line. And Marino has a big first down throw.
And gets
28
cracked.
yards.
There's Afram's ticker.
Marty Lyons ended up on top of Marino on that play, but no flags.
New England back in front by 10. Seattle creeps to 3, and then the Patriots get another touchdown. Here it's 38-31. Miami with 17 points here in the 3rd quarter to overcome a 31-21 lead enjoyed by the Jets at the intermission. Clayton now wearing eye protectors. He has 108 yards and 5 catches. Duper 7 catches over 150 yards.
Marino's still proving that he can take that scalpel to defense.
I'm still shocked how fast they got that instant replay done. That shit's crazy.
Nathan. And a flag down as Nathan struggles across the 35-yard line.
Ronnie Lee, number 72, I think getting a late shove using his hands on Flecko.
Holding 61. Hooked him and grabbed him.
Roy
Take him back.
Foster.
Take him back.
Hooked him and grabbed him.
He's asking the defensive captain, do you want me to take the penalty? Take him back.
Hey, what do you want to do? Damn, I forgot.
You hear the ref cursing too? What the hell's going on around here?
Excited to
Holding number 61.
responsibility, the emotion of the officials.
I don't think Pat knows that his mic is open.
It's
Maybe just as though
outstanding.
we turned it off for him. Roy Foster guilty of the hold.
God, I love these old broadcasts. Holy
20
cow.
seconds of the 3rd period. Duper and Pruitt to the right. In fact, Clayton and Pruitt to the right. Duper and Moore to the left.
4 wides and a single back.
And Nathan. That play worked in the first half.
Let's get the ref.
As Nathan goes out to the 34-yard line.
I got you, man. I'll definitely check it out.
10 yards in the game.
Philosophy there being you can spread those defensive backs far enough, give that runner time to come up the middle.
End of the 3rd quarter. It's
End of
Miami
the 3rd
38,
quarter.
Jets 31.
38-31.
We'll be right back after these messages from your local station. Welcome back to Giants Stadium. Dick Enberg with Merlin
Couldn't call it the
Olsen.
Meadowlands,
A
man.
scoring fest on this late September afternoon. It's 38-31 Miami. Winner goes to 2-1. The loser drops to 1-2.
And drops 2 games behind apparently undefeated New England Patriot team.
Patriots lead in the 4th quarter by 10 against Seattle at home. Big play. 2nd down and 10. Miami at the 34. As we open the 4th period after the Dolphins scored 17 unanswered points in the 3rd to take the lead. Over the middle. And it's another completion to Clayton at the 45-yard line of the Jets.
Nice throw.
21 more yards. Humphrey made the tackle. Boy, the combination of the 2 marks, Clayton and Duper. Duper with 7 catches and 154 yards. Clayton now 6 catches
Yeah,
and
and they both had.
128.
That's wild.
128 or 129. And
How many
again,
passing
Marino
yards does
not
Marino end
afraid
this
to
game
throw it
with?
right in there into the coverage.
Holy
Dares
shit.
those defenders to get it. And I think it's just confidence in his receivers, Dick.
And again, Humphrey not really able to get a good look at the ball. He's so busy trying to entangle himself with the receiver. Marino with 5 touchdowns in the
The
game.
release is just fast,
Is
man.
this one a catch? At the 35-yard line? No, they say it is not. A late call. Duper did not get that one.
The typical of the kind of plays that Marino has been running all day long. The timing pattern to the
Officiating
outside.
just seems so different now, man. It's like these guys are like on top of it. They're like decisive with their calls.
And then when he gets the defensive man to turn right in there, he spins back to the sideline. The ball has already been thrown. Is it a catch? Well, I don't think you're going to see from this angle.
That isn't even futable.
No.
That's irrefutable.
The officials said no. And it goes
Yeah,
to
no
second
shit.
and 10.
I was gonna curse. I was like,
Ball
wow,
at
it's
45
just
of the Jets, 38-31 Miami.
the
First
Phil
minute of the
Rizzuto
fourth
mention.
period.
A Jets defensive line, they were coming after him. Ugh.
No flag. Oh my.
Oh, they didn't call a flag on that?
Cooper and Holmes. Here to be the Cooper little man.
Talk about letting the play. Imagine that happened in today's NFL. There'd be like 14 flags on this play.
You might as well get boxing gloves for those two guys.
Look at this. You can imagine this play right now in today's NFL, the way they're pushing around.
By Duper. Ball out of range,
And he falls.
That may not have been called because it was not a catchable ball.
Yeah, that gets called today.
10 minutes. Boy, how quickly it goes by. What a nice service that is, that any 10 minutes you know exactly what the scores are at all the other NFL games. Down to a 7-point lead for New England in the fourth. And Detroit with a late rally, down by only 4 against the Buccaneers. Third and 10.
Big play.
Deep to Clayton Tootie.
Oh, thank goodness.
Marino said, oh, if I just waited a split second longer, I had Clayton breaking free. So Reggie Roby, a rare experience, at least in the second half. Roby in to punt for the first time in this half. Kurt Sohn, who had an excellent punt return that led to the first score of the game.
So right now it's what, 38-31 Dolphins?
Punt return is deep for the Jets. Sohn lets it go. And it goes into the end zone, just barely ahead of Dan Johnson. Jets will start at the 20-yard line when we return to Giant Stadium.
Which makes some of the receiving things they did back in the day even more impressive. I mean, defensive backs were extremely physical, man.
Here's the disputed play of a moment ago.
Maybe
So
more
key
remarkable,
here
some
to
of the stats they
emphasize
put
what
up.
the rule is supposed to be. The replay official should only overrule if his view is conclusive that a mistake has been made. Now, we're not saying they got it wrong, but is this conclusive that JoJo Townsend trapped it? Looks like it could go either way, and in that case, they're supposed to let the call stand. Food for thought, Dick and Merlin.
Oh, the Jets are getting screwed again? Is that what he's saying?
Oh, that's going to be a meal for the 1986 season. That's just food for thought. It continues to be controversial at best, the instant replay.
Instant replay problems. Go figure.
Have it at their own 20. Hector punching out to the 26-yard line where it'll be 2nd and 4. Now, the other angle that we had on the Townsend catch was from the end zone, and here is that. Is this inconclusive or conclusive evidence?
The significance, obviously, of that play was that was a first down just outside of the 30-yard line. The Jets ended up having to punt as a result of that reversal of the call.
Poor Sneakers the Boots. Look, taking a beating on those Altoon takes.
Well, he's done some nice running. First down at the 31. Meanwhile, Mark Cooper, the sensational wide receiver of the Dolphins, applying ice on.
Johnny Hector had a good first half, and then he's been quiet in the second half.
Reminiscent of the head injury to Harry Hamilton here last week. A blow, and no one seems to really know what happened to him. He ended up stacked up on the ground, split his head wide open. You see them looking earlier at Mark Cooper's right eye and then applying ice. But Hamilton ended up with a 6-inch cut, 27 stitches. Can't put the helmet on yet, and will be out, certainly out this game, and maybe
38-31, fourth quarter.
Back of the Jets. O'Brien play action and going deep. Has a man soon. 45, 40. Hit from behind by Brzezinski and down to the 33. Another big play in this game. They're trying for two.
I like Meadowlands better than MetLife. MetLife's a glorified toaster.
Twisted William Judson all the way around on that play. Again, the play action. And that works when you've got the running game going. You see it right here.
Nice
Judson
throw.
had his back to the ball. Was soon cut inside. One thing that scares you, look how he's carrying that football. I'm sure that Bob
Good
Brzezinski
sight lines,
had
better
his eye on this
acoustics.
football. Watch it here.
Just
He's
it's just
lucky
a different
was able
feel
to
to
pull
it.
in, or that ball may have been bouncing out of there.
And it's just like walking out on the street in front of a truck. Legend.
They gave the ball back to Blygen again. He fumbled the last. Get him out of the game, man.
We hear now that
He fumbled earlier in the third
injury
quarter.
for a finger in the eye. And we do not know whether he will return.
This field position almost equal to what the Jets would have had at the other end of the field. See if they're able to get things together. They're only 7 down, 11:42 in the fourth quarter, in a game that has seen enough points to make all of us wonder about defensive football.
4 points scored in this game than the 2 games they played combined last year. Hector, nothing there. It's going to be 3rd down and 7. Jackie Ship, number 50, led the charge. Ship
Yeah, we're trying to find the full game. I can't find it anywhere, man. It was up and somebody took it down.
Not much on that play.
I tell you, I had it bookmarked. I was going to do that one, and I can't find it anywhere.
79 yards for Johnny Hector. Subbing for
It's
the
38-31 Dolphins. We're in the fourth quarter.
In the 6 games, close to 100 yards per game. So he has been a very effective replacement for Freeman McNeil.
Dolphins playing pass. They rush 4 men. O'Brien doesn't disappoint. Kurt Sohn, first down, 18.
2 tight ends that can catch and 2 good receivers. Go figure. And good running backs. Hey, 2 good running backs, too. McNeil and Hector.
That ball thrown a little bit high, but Sohn is a battler. And he went up and pulled it down.
Wish they had 3 tight ends. Wasn't Cleaver a tight end, too? So that's what? Cleaver, Schuler, and Sohn?
Go up in the air here.
Look at that catch.
Extension, knows he's going to take the hit on the way down. Langford going.
Was Sohn considered a wide receiver? Is he a wide receiver or a tight end?
Inside the 18, call it the 17. Plenty of time left. Miami by a touchdown, 38-31. Thune in motion.
Man,
throws it away.
he drops back. He really loads up his passes, man. Someone was a wide receiver. That's what it was. Yeah, so he had Schuler and Cleaver. Kenny O'Brien, when he goes back, he really puts his whole, he really loads up his arm to throw.
Boy, what talent. First it was Elway, then Tony Eason, then Todd Blackledge, then O'Brien, then Jim Kelly. Now with Buffalo and finally Dan Marino.
They've had reunions along the way with Kelly 2 weeks ago, with Eason last week, and this week with Marino. They have yet to meet Elway. They'll see him down the road, and then repeats of the 3 aforementioned quarterbacks. So they're going to have a lot of reunions of that class this year.
Throws to Tony Page. Fullback gets to the 10-yard line. No, they're knocking at the 11. 6-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 4 when we return. First, this update.
Dick, you and Merlin have the game of the day there at the Meadowlands, but this might be second best at Foxborough. Another blocked punt by the Seahawks. Patrick Hunter blocks the Rich Camarillo kick. Paul Moyer covers it in the end zone, and the game is tied with 1:54 left, 31 apiece.
31 all there. The Jets are 11 yards away from making this one 38 all. And boy, how Chuck knocks his special
teams in defense, and they've done it up there today.
10 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Special teams here today as well.
Both quarterbacks
38-31.
yards passing. O'Brien on 3rd and 4. And he'll throw out of the backfield.
Oh, what a dangerous pass that was. Holy cow. That was, whew.
He's to the 8-yard line. That will be very close, but not enough. And O'Brien is slow getting up. He was hit just as he delivered
That pass was dangerous as shit.
4th and less than
a yard to go.
38-31, 4th and, you got to go for it here.
Tony Page, the big short yardage back, he usually gets the call in this kind of situation.
Shula, meanwhile, takes out 4 of the pass defensive types and puts in more beef.
You saw Bobby Hammond, the coach with his hands raised in the air. He's signaling in the formation so they know who's supposed to come out.
This could be the game.
This could be the game? What? It's 38-31.
Page was hit at the line of scrimmage and was able to fight forward about a half yard. Was it enough?
And I believe he's got it, Dick. That second effort is.
He said this could be the game. There's 10 minutes left.
Page, who was so physically strong, he was able to take that first shot, keep his legs moving, and drive that pile ahead.
Number 90, Merlin, Andy Hindle from North Carolina State, 2 years in the USFL, made that hit. But Page, with a power 225 pounds, able to fall forward. And now the official measurement.
They're going to trot it in from the sideline. There's the signal by Bobby Hammond. And what he's saying is this is the formation call. If you're supposed to be in there, stay there. If not, get the heck out of there.
Well, the crowd quiets as they wait for them to stretch out the chains. Well, credit Woody Page with that. He just made it, and it took that little lurch forward for the Jets to get it first and goal at the 7. Tony Page, what a job. First final, Tampa Bay, its first win of the year, 24-20.
The crowd's even loud on friggin' offense.
Jets trying to tie it. Blygen.
They get that Blygen again? Nice cutback. Look at him. 38-38.
Dennis Blygen's first touchdown of the year. Did he have an escort?
I can honestly say I've never heard of him before.
And they're running at a position.
No idea who he is.
By Hugh Green. Green, of course, out of the ball game since an injury in the second quarter. We'll get a look at that right after this kick.
A solid camera shot there. 38-38.
80 yards in 11 plays.
Watch the block by Cleaver coming in on the top. 89 right there. Sweeney, 53.
Sweeney was nice too. He rolled a lot of guys out on that one.
Pulls away into the end zone.
Blygen, who went to a lower Manhattan high school that didn't have a football team. We have an unofficial report down on the field that has now been denied. These two teams are not disguised as the San Diego Chargers. These are the real folks, Miami and the Jets, 38 all. Kind of game you expect when you see the Chargers play. Pat Leahy to kick it off, 8:42 left. Might be whoever has the ball last. Hampton. There's that Joe Carter, and he takes a lick from Griggs and then is pushed back inside the 15. Billy Griggs had got there first.
Bookers are different back then.
We'll have the Budweiser most valuable player for today's game at the conclusion.
Have they shown how many passing yards the quarterbacks have right now? I don't think they showed that in a while, have they? I'm curious to see what Marino has.
There are also some candidates for worst player of the day. I'm glad we don't have to choose that one, Dick. Hugh Green on the sideline. You see that leg bandaged and a big ice pack on that right kneecap.
Boy, that's like saying your expensive car with a big dent in it. That's a valuable property. Hugh Green. Marino. Flag down. Clifton gets Hampton. Game now well over 3 hours old, and we have 8:25 left. The call is against the Jets. Miami will take the play.
That's the NFL, Afram. The NFL, they control everything.
Marino is approaching the 400-yard mark. Joe Costanza, our statistician, working on those numbers, and he's using both hands. He's writing with the right and the left today. First down to 29.
You need a computer.
He's 17 yards shy of 400. He may get it on this play. Close. Flag down as Holmes makes the tackle on Clayton at the 41.
I agree. Dude, the NFL, listen, I completely agree. I would pay for it if they had games that say, hey, listen, whatever it is, $5 a game, whatever, who cares?
Offensive pass interference, number 87.
The NFL is crazy with their rules. It's unbelievable what they'll do to, like, they want to control every ounce of revenue they can.
clearing the way for Clayton. Third down conversions on the day. The Dolphins are 6 of 11. The Jets 5 of 13. So both teams below 50%. Maybe we can.
And the UFC is the same way.
Just the end of it.
I think the UFC, it's like if you watch it, you can watch their stuff on UFC Fight Pass. You gotta pay for that, like $9 a month, whatever the hell it is.
He's not allowed to do that while the ball was in the air.
Marino first down.
38-38, 7 minutes left, 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Screen to Hampton. Oh, what a
big hit.
Credit Matt Munger, the second-year linebacker from Oklahoma State. He's another of those overachievers. Went to college as a walk-on.
I don't know, to be honest with you, what the NFL does. I'm sure they have like an archive thing, but they control their content, man.
Marino with 385 yards.
385. Damn.
5 TDs to 2. Marino over O'Brien.
Of course, the Jets have counted on their ground attack for a lot of their success today. Marino almost entirely up on top.
Second team. Marino lucky to find the handle. Flag down. Official number 82. What a catch.
The official caught that.
92.
92.
He was on his way. Don't stop now, Jim.
I think there was a whistle blown
The
before
official
that
caught
play.
that.
Yeah.
No way.
He heard the whistle and just wanted to stop it, but this play will go into the, I guarantee you, this goes into the blooper file.
No way. That's funny as shit.
Well, Jim, the only thing, though, he didn't shift the ball to the right arm so they could protect it against the
That's
rushing.
funny as hell.
What happens if he scores? Here it is. Stepping up, he's waving his arms. The play is over.
He just nonchalants it like, yeah, I'm good.
Seen the replay that you have watched. Come on, Jim, crack a smile.
Well, that's not a smiling violation for Marino and the Dolphins as that marches them back another 5. Second, about 22, 23 yards to go.
In a Mardi Gras atmosphere here at Giant Stadium, 38-38. It has been a football celebration of sorts.
And they're putting a sign up that says defense, defense, defense. Where are they going to find one?
I'm not sure they could even
Listen
spell
to
it.
that place, man. That's the way it should be.
The giant scoreboard at each end of this magnificent stadium, modeled after the same structure at Arrowhead in Kansas City.
No question it's a great stadium, Vic, but if you look at all this plastic and artificial turf, I'm not sure this is a football stadium.
What?
Out of 76,000, at least that many tickets sold.
He said it's not sure it's a football stadium?
Most of them highly
Because of
entertaining.
AstroTurf?
Meanwhile, we want to keep an eye on that game up at Foxborough, tied at the last report. With Dallas and Atlanta, 1-point game.
Roland
there.
Olsen with some rough takes in this
Seattle
game.
has gone in front of New England, 38-31 on a 67-yard pass from Craig to Butler. So Seattle down by 10, suddenly leading by 7 with 1:13 left.
You've scooped the 10-minute ticker.
I do not know why they are not playing. Second and
Look at the
23.
fans, man. How awesome is this? This is so great.
The net at the end of the stadium beyond the upright fell down, but why that's significant enough to stop now, I don't know.
Nobody's kicking the ball at this moment.
So they lose it.
Gas nose egging everybody on.
Don Shula is saying, let's go ahead with it.
Maybe Pat Haggerty will tell us what's going on.
Want to wind it?
The whistle's loud as shit.
We do know the play has started once more. 30-second clock is ticking.
Pruitt, Clayton to the left.
38-38, fourth quarter.
With Moore in the backfield, and he'll probably go right. Moore's lined up at right halfback position.
They got him.
Marino at the 9-yard line. Gastineau
Looked like Marty Lyons hit his own teammate on that. He was so excited. Holy cow, he hit the hell out of his teammate. Was that Marty Lyons or Klecko?
For the Jets. The other came when Marino
Klecko at the sack. I think Marty Lyons was so excited he hit his own teammate.
Was that resulting from a legitimate rush?
The Jets only had 3 sacks coming into this game. That's 5 on the season. You see the speed on the outside, and it's Bob Crable, number 50, coming in on Marino, and then some power.
Man, they were coming after him. They just dominated the line of scrimmage there. Holy shit.
Look at Lyons. He's celebrating.
Look at Marty Lyons, all fired up.
Third and a bunch. 29.
No way. They converted a 3rd and 29. This is like the same old Jets defense. A 3rd and 29?
Beautiful rainbow to Clayton.
No way.
Let's just watch Clayton
A
right
3rd
here.
and
Just
20.
a little
This is
fade
like
up the
this
field,
is like
and
the
it's a
Jets
finding
history all
pattern.
over
It's
again.
a one-on-one coverage.
Are you
So
serious?
watch him as he bursts out of that backfield. Johnny Lynn trying to cover him. That ball's already in the air, and it's just a
You've
one-on-one
gotta be
battle.
kidding me.
Clayton wins it. Perfect over the shoulder
Wow.
pass by Dan Marino.
I can't believe that.
First down at the 49.
That's
of the Jets.
wild, man.
Mark Clayton and Mark Goupert showing
That's
out
absolutely
that
wild.
incredible deep defense of the Jets. 171 yards now for Clayton on 7 catches. On the ground, and that's something they've not been able to do. Hampton wrestled back by
It's
Marty
a
Lyons.
3rd and 29.
You might ask,
You could have put the
why
game
does
away there.
Marino and why do the Dolphins throw so many more times than they run in this game? Well, there are 2 reasons. Their strength is in the passing game to begin with.
Gastineau's a beast, man. That defensive line was getting after it. Lyons, Gastineau, Klecko. I mean, they were blitzing. They were doing all kinds of. And also giving up 38 points right now with shit like that. It's just, I can't believe a 3rd and 29. That's wild. They get to stop there. It's a whole different, I mean, you got good field possession, everything.
Fires to Johnson.
Take it off.
Incomplete.
Man,
Almost deflected back to Carl Howard of the Jets.
this game is wild.
Marino was a fine.
Yeah, but they win this game. One thing is they win this game. It's a positive thing. They overcome adversity.
Boy, he just looked like a third baseman going deep behind the back.
I don't know how you let that happen, though.
The long throw to first.
Unbelievable.
Passing. Fouts
It's
with
just-
6.
Yeah,
Marino
it's
with 5.
never a dull moment. It's never easy.
But Marino has his 5 in 3 years.
Just a matter of time, isn't it?
Closing in on his 6th today. Well, he's got it.
That's right. He's got it. That's right. He was 4. He had 4 coming into today.
4 minutes, 28 seconds left. 38 tie.
Yeah, the defensive line completely dominates. They give up a bomb.
Clayton unable to come down with the ball.
It's so crazy how the defense can look so ferocious and intimidating, and they give up these dumb plays.
Both were there.
Look at that guy all fired up in the Klecko jersey. I think I enjoy the crowd shots more than some of these game shots.
Arms right out of the air. You've got to try and strip that ball away, especially from receivers who will take it in traffic. You see him there. You see Humphrey go up and just jerk those arms
Oh, he
down.
crushed him.
The receiver himself, he knows that's one way to keep the man from catching it.
Reggie Roby the punt. Kurt Sohn back at the 10. On 4th and 10. What a game.
This game is wild.
7-3.
So it's 38-38. They're punting.
21 Jets. Almost blocked.
So
Fair catch for Sohn and a tough fair catch at the 17-yard line. At the end of 3, 38-31 Miami, and it's currently tied at 38.
this is crazy.
4:17. Here at Giant Stadium, it's tied at 38, and as
Reggie Roby was a great punter.
Protected it shortly, a little left.
Remember Olsen look all sly right there, all suave.
Just because of all the scoring.
I got to tell you, as a defensive player, I know how painful it's going to be a fumble.
Oh my! It's a drop pass, no?
It is
What? That's a fumble. It's not a drop pass.
You
got to replay that.
Vibrating message to the umpire that says, wait, let's look at the replay.
What replay?
Oh my God! If you're a Jet fan right now, could you imagine
The officials have indeed signaled
the first play back?
Now here, coaches are
And he
become
fumbles.
that Joe Walton is going to certainly wait for this to happen. Here's the replay. Walker 1 foot.
Oh God, it is. So I figure this is what their third turnover this game or their fourth turnover this game.
are asking for that one to be
They've got to have like 3 fumbles in this game.
very quick. Well, if the play is run, it stands.
Look at Julie. He says, get up to the line and
Yeah, it's our 4th turnover.
In field goal.
Man, you just get.
Marino looking for more.
You think about the turn in this game. You get the 3rd and 29 play. The Jets defense gets off the field, and you get great field position. And now your first play on offense, you fumble. Man.
On Bruce Hardy.
And Klecko is injured. Joe Klecko.
And now Klecko's hurt. It's just all falling apart right now. What is going on?
As quick as you see those people out there, Klecko's knee is up in the air as you see Dr. Nicholas out there, and oh boy.
Kyle Clifton ticketed for unnecessary roughness. He'll take the ball down inside the 10-yard line.
Oh, Klecko's it's a pain.
There's Joe Klecko.
What a crazy turn of events here.
Klecko, the heart of that Jets defense.
That's just wild, man.
Buffalo,
Yeah.
St. Louis,
Marino's release was incredible. His arm talent was incredible, dude. He got rid of it.
Finals, Denver wins. They're 3-0.
Same guy. He was all over. I remember he used to always be on TV. His commercials.
Unbeaten, and New England goes to 2-1.
What's up?
That's good news for both Miami and the Jets.
So right now it's 38-38.
Minnesota with an
Like 3.5 minutes left, I guess.
And Tampa Bay with its first win of the year. We just announced the Seattle victory at New England.
Joe Klecko's hurt. The Jets just fumbled. Dolphins just completed a pass.
Left knee for Joe Klecko.
Things are not looking very encouraging right now.
And see what happened on that last play. All we have is Klecko responding after the play, but you see him grabbing that left knee.
That's not good.
Klecko has had several serious knee injuries over the years.
Marino's probably got like 440 right now in terms of passing yards. Now Brian had like 305, 306 or some shit like that.
Apparently a serious bruise or dislocated knee, and now it's Klecko holding the knee.
Klecko moving pretty well. Well, you never know. I say he's tough. He might walk off.
Teammates walking off with him, man. Look at that shit. So that's a close-knit group, huh?
Played on the artificial surface that there just isn't much pad underneath, and when you all that weight are jammed into the ground, as you green, you can certainly empathize.
There's no question in my mind that the turf shortens the life of the player. It simply does not give those injured knees and those parts of the body that take such a beating a chance to recover. And it used to take our players, and particularly those with knee.
Yo, man, I'm trying to enjoy the game. It's my natural instinct. Just got, just get caught up in it. You bastard, Jose.
First and goal at the 8 after the penalty. Woody Bennett.
Oof.
The good ball is to the 4. Tom Baldwin, Kyle Clifton, and others.
You see them going.
What a shocking turn of events off that fumble, man.
They're already well into the first period of some of the later games. Raiders early lead against the Giants, and San Diego leading Washington in the first. Kansas City over Houston by a field goal, and the 49ers lead New Orleans by 3. Here it's 38-all.
Back in those days, they probably gained painkillers on the sidelines, man. They did all kinds of crazy shit back then.
Marino has thrown for 2 one-yard touchdowns in this game. And he's got another score. That is the 6th touchdown pass of the game.
6th touchdown.
Clayton finally gets his.
All right, 45-38.
Marino into the end zone to high-five with Clayton. The Jets fumbling the ball away. Miami.
So the Jets had 4 turnovers in this game. That I never knew that.
To put it in the end zone.
Well, that's been the story of the second half for Miami. They've recovered 3.
That pass was a rocket.
Fumbles, and those 3 fumbles have led to 17 points.
Can you imagine we were streaming this game? Can you imagine like this was like a game this year? We streaming this kind of stuff. We'd be out of our minds.
56 seconds left. With Miami in front,
The turnovers, the 3rd and 29.
Catch of the game, 174 yards.
I can only imagine what a stream would have been like. This was like a live stream, like during a game. We'd be out of our mind. We'd be blowing gaskets.
Oh, I tell you, it's hard to look at that. Just a slant inside.
Pretty well covered, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Carl Howard all over Clayton. One more time.
He gets rid of that so fast, man.
But that ball is perfectly
That's
thrown.
just...
Clayton's body is between Howard and the ball. All he can do is try and strip it away.
Clayton has set an NFL record with 18 touchdown catches in '84. Has his 3rd of this season. Boy, the combination of Duper and Clayton. 6 touchdown passes from Reno to tie Bob Greasy's Miami club record. Duper has 7 catches, 2 touchdowns, 154 yards. Clayton, 8 catches, 1 touchdown, 174 yards. Total them up, 15 catches, 328 yards. 3
wild
touchdowns
numbers
from Duper and Clayton.
All right, so you got 3 minutes to tie it.
Gervais hits this one well. Boy, he's kicked well all day. 5 yards into the end zone. JoJo Townsell will take the touchback at the 20. And the Jets have 250 to try to force an overtime.
It's crazy. I was at the Favre game when Favre threw 6 against the Cardinals. It's just like, you're like, this is incredible.
That kind of day. Reminiscent in a way of the game down in Miami when Ken O'Brien took his team 80 yards in the final minutes of the game for a touchdown, only to watch Marino come back to hit the play with Duper, a long bomb to win it for Miami in the final seconds of the game.
That's right. He hit Cleveland. It was a minute, 7 seconds left. It appeared the Jets had a big upset win. 17-14. It's not to be. O'Brien. That'll be an incomplete
what
pass.
the hell?
Wait a minute. Let's see.
What the hell was that?
An incomplete pass slipped out of O'Brien's hand. A strange play. As O'Brien's hand started forward, the ball slipped out of his hand.
He had Al Toon going deep, and maybe at the last moment he felt he was risking an interception if he tried to go long and try to stop
What the
it.
hell?
Well, he's lucky.
I don't think he tried to stop it, Dick. I think he tried to put a little bit extra on it. I think he's going to get it out there as far as he can. Watch him. He tries to whip that ball, and it just came right away from him.
You've got to be kidding me.
That might have been a fumble. It looked like it was out early.
Looked like Garo Yepremian on that pass. Over the middle to Toon. And a first down at the 37. Offerdahl made the tackle. 17 yards for the Jets.
Not an inspiring drive at this point. A weird, funky play, and then he gets that past the Toon.
They have all their timeouts, plus the 2-minute timeout.
They may want to keep the substitutes off the field for Miami.
O'Brien throws that one where no one can catch it.
Yikes.
He was being pressured hard by T.J. Turner, rookie from Houston, number 75.
These quarterbacks took a beating back in the day, especially him. He's without the ball so long.
On defenses now, occasionally going without a huddle will force them to deal with or play with what they've got on the field.
That's a good point. You see that it's been Miami outscoring the Jets 24-7 in the second half. It's been the fumbles that have really hurt the Jets, and Miami's great passing game led by Marino.
All right.
2nd and 10.
Yikes. This tying drive right here is not inspiring by no means. 3 really bad passes. The quarterback's getting his ass beat.
Either had his bell rung or got the wind knocked out of him. He was very slow getting up on that play. He's still acting rather shaky. We haven't seen O'Brien from the sideline.
There's
Pat Ryan. Got the concussion protocol. Going to put him in the tent.
So in a 45-38 game, it appears O'Brien's going to try to stay in.
They call the timeout to give him a breather finally.
This will count against the Jets 3, however. At least that's how Pat Haggerty signaled the timeout.
Wow, I didn't ever know he got
He doesn't look like he's breathing well yet.
Does he come out of the game?
See Ryan in the background. I guess
I didn't know this.
Green if you have two quarterbacks named Ryan and O'Brien.
Right. We're going to need a little luck in the Irish here. Meanwhile, we're waiting word on Joe Klecko as to the seriousness of that injury. We've received no official report yet.
We also have noticed that Lance Mel has been on the sideline with that ankle of his heavily taped. This has been a tough day on an already.
Hey, remember, Pat Ryan beat the Chiefs. They blew him out. I never knew that O'Brien got hurt late in this game like this.
Equally difficult.
That's pretty wild.
Well, they're 2-0, but they haven't beaten anyone. They're trying to upset Dallas. The Cowboys at home. 2-point lead for the Falcons. Chris Farr has kicked another field goal for the Raiders, and San Diego leading Washington 7-3. Lowry, a field goal for Kansas City. And
is this third down right here?
He's going to be on at the end of some of those games. There's Klecko, and that's good news. He's up on his feet, moving around. I think if he were severely injured, you'd see several doctors and trainers crowded around. That's good news.
And we talked about the tandem. Clayton Booker. Tune has 4 catches.
Yeah, it's 3rd and 10. That's what I thought.
7 for 200.
Oh, they're a rough place for Pat Ryan to come in. Game on the line, 3rd and 10.
We'll be back. 3rd and 10. O'Brien.
Oh my goodness, that's what he throws?
Kozlowski there, Brown there. Kozlowski at the last second.
And you blew a timeout there.
Arriving with the ball. 4th and 10, and it looks like the Jets are going to go for it with 2:06.
Well, the scoreboard shows 3 timeouts left, so apparently they did not charge the Jets with that injury timeout to O'Brien. The last 2 minutes they would have. And there's a lot of time.
They didn't.
Even if they don't make it on 4th and 10.
4th and 10.
Big play, under pressure. O'Brien to Tune. He didn't make it. Even with a second effort, he's out of bounds at the 45-yard line, short of the first down. So Miami with 1:57 left.
I don't remember. Wow, I didn't know that the
45-yard line.
The Dolphins get the ball back with 2.
Now Miami and the Jets will try to use those 3 timeouts and stop the Dolphins.
Wow.
1:57 left. We have had it confirmed that there are 3 timeouts left, which is unusual.
So the Jets have 3 timeouts left. The Dolphins the ball at the 45.
Continue to play the next play.
And they're losing by 7.
You have to at least exchange a player for 1 play, if that's the case. But apparently Walton has 3 timeouts left. Now the Jets line will try to stop the Dolphins. Hope that they can give O'Brien a desperation chance.
Yes.
Meanwhile, sitting on a 6-touchdown game.
If you look at how it's all lined up right now, it makes no sense how the Jets win this game. Doesn't really. Less than 2 minutes. The Dolphins, their offense has been unstoppable. They have great field position. They should at least get a field goal out of this. The Jets got lucky with the timeout there, but that's still, I don't understand how the Jets, this is interesting. I don't remember none of this.
Two timeouts. They had to charge him on.
Oh, they did charge him with a timeout. All right, so now you have 2. This is wild. You figure the Dolphins are, what, 10 yards away from a field goal, and the game's definitely over.
First down would all but do it for Miami.
What, they run the ball 3 times and that's it?
Double tight end, Hardy on this side, Johnson to the right. Woody Bennett.
Oh, he fumbles.
And it goes right back to Miami.
Oh.
Unbelievable. Ben Rudolph had it.
Dude, I'm completely fascinated by this. This is crazy.
He could not bring it in, and it went to a Miami player down on the ground.
The one thing you look for in this situation.
So Jets call timeout there.
Back on that football to give your offense a chance at it. The ball, watch it. Woody Bennett. Woody goes right into the line here. The ball is hit right there. 54 is Troy Benson, and there's the ball.
Oh, it's
right
in his hands.
Of Ben Rudolph and drops it back inside.
Roy Foster on the ground just saw the ball fall right in his lap.
Boy, talk about a turnaround.
Jets aren't calling time here.
This is truly a roller coaster, man. We know the end result, but it's just wild how it's all playing out.
I guess they're not going to take a chance with that injury, but the fact that they considered him putting him back in the game would indicate that that is not a very serious injury.
Hampton stopped after
Now, quick timeout. There it is.
1:18 left. One timeout remaining. It'll be 3rd and about 8 when we return to Giant Stadium.
3rd and 8. Big play here.
Veteran Ben Rudolph.
He's still thinking about that, having that ball in his hands and seeing it bounce back into the arms of one of the linemen, Roy Foster, on the ground.
Who says luck isn't involved in this game. 3rd down 9 from the 44. One timeout left for the Jets.
Yeah, Dolphins really didn't even try to get a first down. Oh, they did pass
Reno
once.
Looking for that one more. Finds Hardy on the sidelines. And out of bounds he goes. That's a break for the Jets.
Stops the clock.
First down, and they stop the clock by
That's a
knocking
big
Hardy
break
out
for
of
the
bounds
Jets.
after a 6-yard gain. So 4th down.
That's a big break for the Jets.
About 3. And Roby comes in to punt. And the Jets were able to save a timeout.
Plenty of time left in this ball.
Man, it's crazy if you look at the intricacies of the game, like how little things like that. The timeout, you save a timeout, going out of bounds, just the fumble, all these different little things that could change the outcome of a game. Yeah, we're still alive. We still have a chance, man.
A huge unattended green.
You have Klecko out. You have a banged up Kenny O'Brien.
And they don't. No flag. Goes in the end zone. 1:04 left. One timeout remaining for the Jets. Well, they did that fairly
Down
well.
by 7 with a minute left.
Timeouts. They actually used only 53 seconds, did Miami.
Not what you want to do and try to eat that clock up. Ball down on the 20-yard line.
The Dolphins did not do a good job there at all.
Same situation that Kenny O'Brien faced last year. We mentioned it just a few minutes ago. And in that particular situation, he rallied the Jets, drove it all the way into the end zone, and completed it with a pass to Cleaver.
Jets really playing deep, and they'll go underneath the Schuler.
There you go.
But, they need more than 5
Joe Walton.
games.
We have seen very little of Schuler today, and I think one of the reasons he has had a slight grind pull, and I think it's bothered him. And the other thing is that the Miami Dolphins know how much O'Brien likes to go to Schuler, and he's been one of their priority targets defensively today. They've done a pretty good job of taking him away.
3 catches, only 18 yards. It's 45-38. Miami leading, less than a minute left. One timeout left for O'Brien.
Throw it. Look at Kenny O'Brien getting the yards. Look at him.
7 yards on the scramble. 49 seconds left.
Using about 10 seconds off the clock, but did pick up yardage, did pick up the first down.
Got the first down. It's the most important thing.
Training not to make the mistake. They don't want him to throw the bad pass.
We got you into a win right now, Jose.
Zone coming in with the play from the sideline.
We're good. We're bringing you down the past. You can see the future.
Ryan can afford once if he sees the opening to go down the center of the field. First down.
It certainly changes the way you can play defense too, Dick.
There he goes down the center. And then
the lateral.
Pitch play to Hector.
Oh, shit.
The 39, but can't get out of bounds.
Look at that little play. The hook and lateral.
I don't think. Yes, they are going to stop it, but I think O'Brien called a timeout.
Pitch and trailer. Schuler.
Look at
catches
that.
The pass and pitches back to Hector, one of the oldest plays in the book.
I think Shula is the guy who usually runs that play. In fact, they've run it quite often.
Look at this. With
the
the game on the line, they're getting creative.
A couple of the Dolphins here.
Look.
Upperdahl is up. Kozlowski is up.
That's awesome. That is so awesome. I'm so glad we watched this. That's so cool.
Able to get him down inbounds. There's Schuler. Schuler took quite a shot right there.
I had no idea they ever called this play like that. That is incredible.
Remember in the
Johnny
San
Hector.
Diego Miami playoff game a few
That's
years ago,
incredible,
that
man.
Game that went overtime. It was Don Strock to Duriel Harris, who pitched to Tony
Listen
Nathan
to
for
35 seconds, down by 7.
A little bit of Don Shula's own medicine being handed back by Joe Walton.
That is so freaking cool. I had no idea they called that in this game.
Looking in at that goal line.
We definitely got to watch more games, man. We gotta just. This is freaking cool.
They have only 35 seconds to get there, and it's a 39-yard trip.
Yeah, but I know they did that. I know. I'm just remarkable they did way back when. I had no idea.
Scriptwriter today.
Well, he came straight out from Hollywood.
And O'Brien trying to make it even more dramatic. Schuler. Whoops. Oh, he
breaks it.
To get outside.
Get out of bounds.
And he does.
He gets out of bounds, too.
He stops the clock.
What an effort from Mickey Schuler.
They were looking for the pitch back to Hector.
This game is wild.
They left Schuler, and that allowed him to get
What a tremendous effort.
Play. Right back to the other side, but Schuler could see there was nothing to be gained from flipping it, kept it in his hands.
Smart play.
Had to fight through a couple of tacklers to get out of bounds. Watch him at the end of this play. He could see
like right there, he's like, I'm getting tackled. So instead of fighting, nice block by Johnny Hector right there.
Take the bite a second time, but there's Schuler. One man, two men.
What an effort, man.
Brown, the last guy to get a piece of him. Don McNeil, second man on it.
That's incredible.
2nd and 5. O'Brien to the sidelines. Schuler, but he doesn't get out of bounds. And now they'll have to hurry. The ball is at the 20-yard line.
Get up. Hurry.
15, 14, it's counting down.
Holy shit, snap the ball.
They'll get it out of bounds. Good, smart, quick play.
5 seconds.
The last few heartbeats of this game, Dick.
Holy shit, man.
Very difficult to get a play in less than 5 seconds. You don't want to risk that. So it's going to be one play at a time. It's been busy, Joe Costanza.
One play to tie it all up here. What a drive this is, man. You had all of it. You had just
sits on the 20-yard line, and this is the play.
That play by Schuler was enormous.
Joe Walton. Tony Page. The messenger gives it to O'Brien.
To the 21-yard line.
And 5 seconds.
Man, this is crazy. That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable. What a throw. That's incredible, man. That is absolutely incredible. Unbelievable. 5 seconds to go, that was it. Game on the line, and that's what you do. What a throw by O'Brien. Incredible. That's incredible. Holy shit.
Wesley Walker's
third touchdown of the game.
Comes with time expired. Now Pat Leahy.
That is incredible. I can't wait to see that. That's something else, man. Damn. Listen to the 45-45.
Unbelievable.
That is what a throw.
45 overtime.
Man. Show the replay. Don't show the fans. I want to see, like, he had a pocket, but that was just a...
Here's a chance to watch that play develop. O'Brien has to step up into the pocket to get
Steps
that little
up,
bit of extra
pumps.
Protection.
Dude, he threw that in, like, look where he put that. Like, the window he had to throw that. Damn. That's a hell of a catch, hell of a throw. Incredible. That's amazing, man.
Say an NFL record
Unbelievable.
for most points going into an overtime game. 45 all, and the
that throw, I mean, he just threaded a needle there.
In their direction, have won the toss.
Wesley Walker had, what, 3 catches on 150 yards?
This is a game
awesome, man. Y'all definitely check it out.
Off the overtime period with your defense. I'll tell you, it has not been a day for defenses.
This is, look at the cover. I mean, look at the, that's just incredible, man.
That very hard throw in traffic.
Oof.
That's got to be one of the biggest catches of his career.
And how many times have you seen in one game 3 receivers with over 150 yards? Walker has 151 yards and 3 touchdowns, both Cooper and Clayton with over 150 yards. Well, here's
Yeah, you figure the Jets had what? They have 4
toss
turnovers in
means
this game.
overtime.
I think what?
Nothing.
Johnny Hecker has 2 touchdowns.
Well, it
And that
does mean in
Belichian guy
this
has a
case
touchdown.
that the Jets, who have suddenly gotten hot on offense, get the first chance against a defense that has not been very spectacular today. I think there is an advantage here for the Jets, but they got to take advantage of their opportunity.
I would say some 20,000 of this sellout crowd trying to beat the traffic left early, and oh, how they might be regretting that.
They're trying to drive back into the stadium now.
All right, to overtime we go.
Kick it off. 15-minute sudden death. Safety, field goal, touchdown. It's over. But only 15 minutes. It comes to Michael Harper. Ooh, and he's trapped hard. Fumbles. And who's got it? Miami. If they
These
rule that
fumbles,
fumble,
man.
is he down?
We haven't seen a signal from the officials.
It's like they're. How many times the Jets fumbled in this game? Like 6 times? Like, seriously.
No, they're motioning Jets ball. Marino thought it was
Get off the
his,
field, Marino.
and very nearly was.
Go back and take a quick peek at it. Traffic right there. The shot.
The Jets literally, they lost 3 fumbles. They fumbled like, I think, two other times.
It was a fumble, and unless the Jets get it off, they're going to vibrate.
Let's see what we can see with this one. Legs going
Well,
down.
don't matter now. They get a play off.
Got the playoff. Smart move.
Out of bounds, but clearly that is when they should have buzzed, because that was a fumble. And herein is that whole dragnet. The instant replay, while it's a good idea, frankly isn't working.
Here's a better angle of it. And you can
Another
see the ball
instant
broke
replay
loose
controversy?
before
You're kidding me.
The runner is down.
No question that's a fumble.
The Jets, with a quick huddle and a quick play, beat the system on that one.
Jets well coached right here. Hurrying it up.
O'Brien to Toon, 2 for 2. He's at the 46.
O'Brien's dealing right now. He's got to be, what, 300, what, 50, 60 yards here?
Well, the rulings have been made when the evidence didn't seem to be conclusive, and here it would appear there's quite obvious evidence that he is not down. The ball is clearly out of his grasp before he hits the ground. And
This game, I never realized the ebb and flow of this game before. This is incredible, man. Absolutely incredible.
I don't know. Miami's not going to be happy, Dick.
first down, Jets. 1 minute into overtime, tied at 45. Woody Page.
Woody Page.
He has good yardage too, except that Tony Page, they want to call him Woody.
He called him Woody.
Page to the 47.
Got the legs that look like tree trunks. I tell you.
Thanks for trying to cover, but
And it's funny, O'Brien's playing like this, and like late in the fourth quarter, he was hurt. Like he was like hunched over, like you weren't sure he was gonna. They had Pat Ryan getting ready to come in. This game is incredible.
Most of the crowd standing.
Johnny Hector.
He has quick feet, doesn't he? First down at the Miami 43. And
This
the
is
Jets
just
driving
wild,
closer
man.
and closer to field goal range.
Marino wants his shot on the sideline. He knows that all it takes is a field goal or a touchdown. Any points on the board, and he's not going to have a shot at it. I tell you, Dick, you've got to pass some bouquets out to the offensive line of the Jets. Dan Alexander has been in there all day with a bad back. And those guys have been down in the trenches knocking it out.
Dolphins 43.
Take to Hector. O'Brien going for it all. To Walker.
Touchdown. What a game, man. That is incredible. That is incredible. What a way to put it away. That's incredible. There's nothing else to say. Amazing. What a game from Kenny O'Brien. That is something else right there. What a catch. What a throw. What a game. That's amazing.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you've seen one of the greatest games in NFL history. In overtime, 51-45, the Jets have beaten Miami when the Jets scored on a 20-yard pass to tie the game in the final seconds
That is
of the
an
game.
all-time great game as a
O'Brien
Jets
then
fan.
hit the star of the game, Wesley Walker, fourth touchdown catch as Walker a field day.
How many passing yards does O'Brien end with? He got to be a close, what, 400?
In reception.
Look at the energy that. Look at that. Look at this throw. And Wesley Walker dusted him. What a catch. That's amazing.
Walker, who made the brilliant catch in traffic, stabbing the touchdown reception that tied the game, floating.
Look at Marty Lyons. Marty Lyons, the first person there. How cool is that? Look at Marty Lyons.
Win. Officially, Walker, 6 catches, 194 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
What a game from Wesley Walker.
And in overtime,
holy shit.
51-45.
Man, that's amazing.
A touchdown that perhaps the Jets should not.
Oh, save your controversy.
To score. For on the kickoff return to start overtime, it appeared very clearly that the Jets had fumbled it. Michael Harper, number 84. Watch him closely. Harper up.
He had 479 and 4 touchdowns. And the other touchdown, the other 2 were to Johnny Hector. And then Elijah had the one.
The Dolphins came up with the football.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Jensen in there saying our ball. The Jets quickly huddled up. Maybe the smartest play that.
Nope. Thank you guys for watching that, man. That was pretty wild. I'm glad we checked that out. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy your day off. You're off tomorrow. And we will see you guys on Tuesday. That's crazy. That was wild. Have a good night.